All right, hello everyone, and peace of Christ, all of you. Today, our podcast called Muslims Refuting Christians, which mean any Muslim he feel like he can call us, refute us, feel free. Now, there is a gentleman, he said just a few minutes ago he want to call me, but I don't think he's serious. I think he's just a kid. So, if you are a Muslim and you think you have anything to share with us as a Christians, anything to prove us wrong, that Islam, maybe you want to prove to us that Islam is not a pagan cult, nothing new. The Arab before Islam, they have Kaaba. The Arab before Islam have Kaaba. The Arab before Islam kiss a black stone. The Arab after Islam kiss a black stone. The Arab before Islam, they worship stones. The Arab after Islam worship stones. Nothing changed. Islam is nothing but a continuous pagan cult mixed with other belief. My Skype is open if there is any Muslim would like to give us a call in order to refute us. Who want to prove to us that Islam is not a pagan cult? Who is a Muslim is willing to prove us wrong, that Islam is not a pagan cult? Anyone? Hey, Jeffrey, I have no time for kids. Get out. Any Muslim? There is tons of stories, and according to Muslims, or any story make Muhammad sound like a fool. The Muslim, they right away they say it is not authentic. But all the stories which is written in their books was authentic for centuries. But the second the story today sound like a foolish, stupid story, the Muslims they try to smuggle their prophet by painting him by oil so he can go through out of it. No, he's not. If you want to call me, he will give me his Skype and we will, there's no need to repeat yourself 1,000 times. Any Abdul? Now, before I stopped using Facebook messages because I was receiving stupid messages there. I look like I will do the same in Skype. Anyone, I'm not shy to say there is some people are really weird and crazy. Any female, she will text me. She will say, I want to meet you. I want to see you. I will block you. You have mental issue, obviously. Literally, if you do that, you have a mental issue. So this is a warning for any crazy person, because this has become annoying. Go and find a Mohammedan or someone like you. Do we have any Muslim here? Anyone? No, I'm just telling people so they will not do that. Otherwise, I will block them. You are welcome to text me if there is something important, but stop saying and harassing me, because this is harassment. Crazy people. Do we have any Muhammadan would that call us? If you are a Mohammed and you like me to call you, give me your Skype, I will call you. No problem. Yeah, look at this guy who he called himself a free. He keep calling me liar, liar, but he cannot prove us lying. Why you don't do it? Just call. No problem. Anyone he can call me. All what you need to do, just give me your Skype and I will call you myself right now. I think it's time to block some people. We just say don't text me. I just say that. Who as a Muslim would like to give me his Skype so we can have a nice conversation about your cult? How are you, Mr. Free? Why you Muslims kiss a black stone, yet you claim that you are not pagan? Why you believe that the black stone is a living stone, and even Muhammad, he says, is the right hand of Allah? If you are not pagan, how we believe in this? Pakistani intelligence using honey female tribe to trap me. That would be a honey tribe. That's nice. If the Pakistani intelligence they want to trap me by a female tribe, that's a nice tribe. No, but I don't have time for this stupidity, you know. You should do that when I was a teenage. Any Abdul? What happened? So we came here, they challenge us, when they debate us, and okay, we are here. And now, what we will do? What happened? Where are the Muslims? Where is the Muhammadan? Nobody? Okay, who is a Muslim gonna call us and tell us something good about Islam? Forget, I'm not going to. You choose the topic, we talk about it. Abbas is asleep, my friend. The only one you want to spank is Abbas. Leave Abbas alone. This guy is a poor kid. I feel sorry for him. It's very embarrassing. Right? Anyone? You see, if you are a person who is European or German or American speaking about Islam, all the Muslims will be lining up to prove you wrong. Especially those who claim they make out of Islam as supposedly a mission of business. Everybody want to debate David Wood. Nobody want to debate me. You don't speak Arabic. They speak Arabic. You read something they say doesn't mean that. It doesn't say that. So they can play the game with you. Even, by the way, if you are saying absolutely correct information, like what happened with David Wood and some of the Abdul who trying to lie publicly with no shame. And Muslims, because they have a gang mentality, they support the Muslim. It doesn't matter if he is lying or not. You see, if you as a Christian you say something wrong, Christians go against you. Muslims don't do that. Anyone who is defending Islam, even by lying, Muslim, they support him. Because the nature of this cult, because of the nature of this cult, they are willing to do so. For us, we cannot support liars. Do we have any Muslim would like to say something? Anyone? Well, they ask him any time to debate me, he run away. This guy, you know, they will never do that, because you see, this is it's very risky to do that. Not only very risky, it's guaranteed risk. Well, you know, Shabir Ali, all of them. I mean, what they will lose? It's just 2 hours with a Christian Prince to smash this guy and destroy him. But they will not do that. They only debate you if they feel that you have, let us say, kind of weakness. Even the weakness is not really weakness. Like, let us say you are very kind. That is weakness for Muslims. Because Muslims, when they debate somebody, they try to humiliate you, not to debate you, which means they try to use mockery as a way of debate. And this is exactly what happened when they were debating David Wood. David Wood was acting in a very professional way, respecting the people who they are around him. He did not make a mockery of anyone. He was speaking as a professional. But you cannot do that with Muslims like this. You see, you should speak, you know, in a professional way when you speak to professional, respected people. But when you speak to savage, using a trashy language, trying to make fun of you, then there's one of two choices. Either you accept to be in that place, which means you have to return and you have to make fun of him the same he is doing, or you should not go there. So those Muslims, they knew they cannot do that with me, and this is the only way for them to make themselves look like they are winning a debate. And this is why they stay away. Shabir Ali, you ask him a question, he speaks for 10 minutes, he say nothing about the question. Shabir Ali is like a guy, he I don't know how, like somebody is coming from a crazy hospital. You ask him about how to make falafel, then he open a book for you speaking about philosophy, and he say in page etc. it says etc. But what does this have to do with the question? He cannot give you an answer of his own, because he's always afraid to give an answer of his own, for a very simple reason. The second you make an answer of your own, then you are going to be responsible for you said so. So what I do, I bring some books with me and I say, okay, this atheist, he says this about the Bible, this atheist, he says this about Jesus. What those atheists have to do with me? When you debate a Muslim, we use the book of Al-Bukhari. The Prophet said so, not an atheist says so. If I show you what atheists they say about Muhammad, what this prove? Nothing. They are atheists. So they cannot debate us, they cannot answer us, and always they try to play you. But they cannot do that with me. And here we go, I'm here. Who wanna do it? Anyone? Any Muslim? Okay, well, there's no Muslims, then we can go and review Islam by ourselves. You see, if you choose any chapter in the Quran have 114 chapters. Not a single chapter I can describe it not to be stupid. You name it. What about we play lottery here? Who is a Muslim? He want me to stop, like say stop when I'm moving my mouse over the screen, and wherever the mouse is stop, we will open it and see the stupid thing. Any Muslim want to play this game? A challenge that any chapter in the Quran is a stupid chapter. Who wanna call me, and I will move the mouse of my computer over the screen, over the verses, the chapters, and I don't know what is going to be there. The second you say stop, I will stop. Who wanna do that? No, we want a Muslim to do that, not you. This is how challenging it is. What we do, we are willing to prove that any chapter of your choice you choose for us is a stupid chapter. No, doesn't matter what chapter you choose. Anyone? Ahmed, I said this is we want a Muslim, not you. Guys, we want a Muslim because what if a Christian they choose the chapter for us, then the Muslim they will say, okay, they are picking up their cherries and they are choosing chapter which is stupid. We don't want to do that. We want a Muslim who choose of his own choice something he can be sure from. Or you can give me even the chapter name, number. Any Muslim want to do that? There's no way. There's no Muslims here. Any chapter from the Quran. What do you mean, what book? What book? We're talking about the Quran. Quran supposedly is the holy book of Allah. And now don't ask me who is Allah, because Muslims themselves do not know. All what they know, his name is Allah. By the way, Muslims, what Allah mean? They don't know. I have no idea. If I post a picture of a blonde lady, they will come out of the bushes. Oh yeah. Actually, once in Paltalk, we were desperately waiting for Muslims to debate us. So what we did, we asked a lady to open a chat room, which means she is the admin. And the name of the room is about Islam, to debate about Islam. We entered the room after like 1 hour, and we found like hands want to debate us. Like, all Muslim men, they want to debate this women. She gave me the code to come as an admin. The second they saw my name as admin, all the hands disappear and all the Muslims left the chat room. It was just a matter of a second. So our trick did not work. We wanted to make them come to debate us, but the second they saw my name as an admin, bingo, they flee. But if you are a female, all of them, they want to debate you. And the second question they will ask you, do you have a camera? Once I enter a chat room, and actually I entered a chat room because I was curious why this Arabic chat room is so big, it's so huge. It's like they have it's paid chat room, paid, like a Paltalk, they have a paid one, so you can have bigger number. So it fit for 1,000 people, and the chat room was going crazy, and I went there in the text to see what's happening, why this room is so big. And then I found them, they are saying to somebody in the chat, she have her camera open supposedly, move the camera to the left, move the camera to the right, move. And then I found, so I became curious to see what's happening there. And then I found that this woman, she have the camera next to her foot. She's not even showing herself. You can see hardly her toes. It's a toes. And they are going crazy. So we need some toes here. Anyone want to do volunteer? So who is a Muslim would like to call us? Yeah, but at that time, like it's still like smartphones are not too much advanced, and then actually Paltalk at that time was the most popular chat for program. It was like a huge big city, actually country, have hundreds of thousands of chatters, and now Paltalk is dead actually because of the smartphones, because now there's tons of apps. You can open your camera, do live, etc., and it's for free. Yeah. Do we have any Abdul? Anyone? Thank you, John. Thank you. Any Muslim? So what we will do now? I mean, I'm really disappointed. I opened this program now to say Muslim refuting Christians, and look, already I said Muslim refuting Christian, which means you are the winner already. Already, you are a winner. You won before even we debate. Where is the Ustaz in Indonesia? Where is Ustaz Hamaruni Hadaluno? You know, one of the funny thing about Muslims in Indonesia, you know, I love Indonesian people. They are very nice people. But when you see a sheikh from Indonesia, he want to show the Muslims there that he is a sheikh. So he start Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, and those Indonesians don't speak Arabic, so they think now he's speaking in Arabic supposedly. But if you hear what he's saying, you will die laughing. The only correct word it was Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, and even those he is not saying them correctly. And then the rest after that, who care? All what you need, you grow a beard. You say Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. You go to 2 weeks, you do 2 weeks Hajj in Saudi Arabia. You come back, they call you Hajji. And that's it, you are a sheikh now. You do not need to go to work. You grow a beard, you make good money, you have 4 wives, and life is fun. What do you want more? Do you know last month what happened in Saudi Arabia? The Saudi government, they have a crackdown on tens of thousands of Saudi who they are stealing electricity from the mosque. Now people do not know how they can steal electricity from the mosque. You see, the Saudi system or the government system there is not really pro-Islamic as much. It is just, you know, let us keep them busy. Those uneducated people, we have to keep them busy. So the government there, because too much money and they don't want them to ask where the money is going, so they say, if you build a mosque, we will give you 3,000 salary a month. So every Saudi have a mosque in the corner of his house. Even if there's a mosque next door to you, there's the guy, you can build a mosque too. All what you need to do from your backyard, you can build a room, small room, like 5 feet by 5 feet, in the same of a size of a bathroom. You put a speaker in the top. You play Quran by the tape. Allahu Akbar 5 times a day. You get a 3,000 riyal. Plus the electricity is for free. So what those Muslims they do, they connect the electricity which is from that room, which is for free, to their house. And they get a 3,000 riyal a month. Isn't it life is fun? Who wanna go to work? He just build a small room, smaller than the garage, and he play tape. Like actually, I know one story. The guy he played the tape, but looked like his son. He changed the tape and the recorder, and it was a song. So the most are saying playing belly dancing. It's a business. And now the second you ask them, okay, what is good about this religion? Who want to show us something good? Well, what do you mean? What do you do? Why do you do that? Money. It's money. A lot of money. The government of Saudi Arabia, you see, like the Prince of Qatar as an example. If you are a citizen in Qatar, Qatar is a small, tiny island, but there is a lot of gas. So in order to make his people not to question him, what he do and his family with a lot of money he take, he give every citizen $5,000 a month, free electricity, free water. You don't need to go to work. $5,000. Okay. So it's just a way to not to question where the money is going. And Islam in Saudi Arabia is the best way to control anyone they want to silence him. They accuse him to be either he is Muslim Brotherhood, because now Muslim Brotherhood became wanted in Saudi Arabia, or somebody is spreading Christianity, or they say he's a Shia. Choose one, or an atheist. Anytime they want to silence you, they accuse you one of those, and all of them they lead into death. Right? Now, do we have any Muslim want to say something? Look, the Quran is waiting for us. I'm really disappointed. What is that? I thought the Muslims will be so proud to call us and to show us. Look at those verses. Al-Muzammil. Even the names, guys. If you speak Arabic, you will die laughing. Look at this. Look at this chapter. The jinn, the genie, the chapter of genie. Chapter of genie. Chapter of Friday. Chapter of iron, chapter of the moon, chapter of the star, a chapter of blah, 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 blah. All of them have no meaning. Dukhan, the chapter of smoke. What? Even the names, they make you that get dizzy. So who is a Muslim want to show us what this is all about? There are many man-made. Okay, so somebody's saying there's many man-made religion like Christianity, Hinduism, Islam. So what is the one is not man-made? The one who posed that. English learner, as long as you're saying there's many man-made religion, so which one is not man-made? That's mean you believe in God, right? So which one is not man-made according to your deep thinking? I like deep thinkers. Are you there? Do you like to tell us which one? Muhammad dipped in the water. Yeah, sure. You mean the fly, right? Not. You mean the fly? Not in the water, in the soup. Any Muslim? And don't call people monkeys, please. Show respect. And monkeys are very cute creatures. By the way, according to Islam, monkeys are Muslims too. If you remember the story where a monkey, she committed adultery, and the Muslims, they stoned the monkey with the other monkeys. And by the way, this is a true story. I was there. I mean, it's really disgusting story. How this monkey, she cheat her husband, Mr. Chimpanzee. Thank God I did not think about marrying a monkey. You cannot trust monkeys these days. Monkey, she's cheating her husband? How disgusting. Very disappointed, actually. I thought monkeys, the females are like better than even a human. She would be very loyal to her husband. And if you have my book, Quran and Science, Islam and Science, sorry, you will find how the monkey, her husband was sleeping under the tree, and another monkey, he was so handsome, man, so good looking. So like she was looking like, wow, what is the heck is that? And like he was behind the tree and he was singing, I'm sexy and you know it. So she could not resist that monkey. So she took her hand from under the head of her husband, Mr. Chimpanzee, which I have a lot of respect for him, by the way, because he's a victim. And then she went to the other monkey and she do, boom, boom. And then she came back and look how evil she is. She put her hand back as if nothing happened. But the husband was so smart. And maybe Allah inspired him. So he started sniffing her. And you know where he sniffed? and he smelled the sperm, and he starts screaming, and all the monkeys who practice Sharia law, they came, and they put her in the middle, and they stoned this cheating monkey. And by the way, this is a true story. And the Prophet says, I too stoned it along with them. Do you see the Abdul saying, I do stoned it along with them? Do you see it? Yep. I mean, this is a true story. He is not only reporting a story he saw, I too stoned it along with them. I mean, there's no question about how authentic this story is. Actually, I saw once monkeys stoning a monkey for a sexual intercourse in the Philippines. They were throwing coconut at each other. In the beginning, I did not notice that this is stoning, but I thought about it, why they are throwing coconut, why they are throwing coconut. Obviously, that one was committing sexual intercourse illegally. And this is very, I mean, this is very convincing story. You do not need to be genius to understand that this is true. There is a guy from Gaza. He's a doctor from Hamas. He was trying to explain to the naive Western, why we should not eat pigs, pork. And he said, and you can watch the movie. I made a video about it. He said, brother and sister, you notice that monkeys have a very disgusting habit. As an example, which does not exist in any other animal. As an example, monkeys, they eat their feces. What the heck? It's not exist in other animals. Actually, most of animals who eat grass, they eat feces, and even chicken. Actually, chicken, they consider feces as like their cake. I'm serious. What this guy is talking about. And then he said, and there is other very disgusting habit, which you notice only with monkeys. Monkeys is the only one who have sex with their mothers. What? Monkeys are the only one who have sex with their mothers. And this is a doctor. This guy is a doctor. Imagine. This is an educated Muslim. Monkeys, they are disgusting according to him, and he want to prove to us that Allah, he made them a Jew. The whole purpose of this, to prove to us that we should not eat them, because if you eat one, you are eating a Jew. Oh boy. I'm serious, the video is there. You can look for it. And I made a video about it. This guy, he reported me to YouTube of invasion of privacy. Privacy? What the heck? What privacy? What the heck? let me find you the video. Hold on. Why Allah forbids? I think this was the title. Why Allah forbid us from eating swine? Why Allah forbids us from eating we can find the video. This is a very old video. I mean, like, this is maybe more than 12 years ago. Here we go. Here we go. But I think this is my video making comment about it. You see, you can search for this. Why Allah forbid eating the flesh of a swine. All right. This is the guy, and he is a doctor from Gaza. I advise you actually to download the video and share it everywhere, because this is the most funny comedy ever you can imagine. But I'm trying to find it from the original channel, if we could. Yeah, I cannot find it from the original channel, the channel of this guy. Anyway, he's a doctor from Gaza, and you can watch it, and you will see he said exactly as I said. He want to prove to us that this is true, and he said monkeys, Uh, they are the only animals who have sex with their mothers. How disgusting. Dogs don't do that. Horses don't do that. Chickens don't do that. Only monkeys. Do we have any Abdul? Actually, sorry, I apologize. It was about pigs. Sorry, not about monkeys. About pigs. Yeah, I'm mixing between the two stories. So only pigs, they have sex with their mothers. How disgusting. Very, very, very disappointing. How pig he have sex with his mother? His mother. Oh boy. Do we have any Abdul? I hear rumor of some yeast substance that was in a front of Muhammad's house. Apparently, this was to make the beer or alcohol. Do you know? Well, there's tons of stories. Muhammad, he used supposedly teach Muslims how to make wine. And actually, if you go in the Quran itself, the Quran, Allah, the God of the Quran, he praise alcohol. He praise it literally. As you see in this verse. Chapter 16, verse number 67. Here you see the hypocrisy of Muhammad. Not only this verse praising the alcohol, but even he considered it as a miracle from Allah. It is a miracle from Allah. Alcohol is a miracle. And the proof is in front of you. It's a sign from Allah. And you know the funny, the Muslim translation sometimes it look weird. Let's change translation and see how the verse will change. See, it's a sign from Allah. So Muhammad was thinking, how a human being, he drink a cup of wine or two or three, and then he get drunk. This is a miracle. It is a miracle. So here you will see Muhammad saying that alcohol is good, you know, to make it from the fruits of the date and the grape. And here you will see the translating saying a drive strong drink, but doesn't say that. It says literally in Arabic, sakaran. Something cause you to be drunk. That's what sakaran mean. Change the translator, you will see the translation in a miraculous way changed. You see? It's not strong drink. What's strong drink? There's a huge difference between strong drink. Strong drink can be maybe vinegar. You know, what's strong drink? There's a huge difference between something make you drunk, and we speak about alcohol specifically. There's many Arabic languages. Well, it's not. You see, Arab is not a nation, and Arabic is not a language. To make it simple, Arabic today is a born language of many languages. You know what I mean? But this is not only the case for Arabic. I mean, this is the case for many languages. Like you as a Christian, when you pray today, you finish the prayer, you say Amin. But this is not English, and this is not Arabic, and this is not Hebrew. This is Aramaic. So you can say Aramaic is the mother of languages. Have a huge impact on all the old world. Actually, Europe is an Aramaic word, Africa is an Aramaic word, Allah is an Aramaic word. So there is a lot of Aramaic words is involved in Latin, and like you say salad, you say it is that, you know, it's endless. Actually, the numbers we see in front of us, those are Aramaic letters, not numbers. You see the numbers? Those are Aramaic. The Muslims, they claim that those are Arabic numbers. The fact this is false. The Aramaic alphabet is numbers. It is numbers and letters in the same time. Quran, I believe strongly, in the beginning was in a more clear Aramaic, and by time it switched into the dialect of those who live in the desert, which is, you know, a collection of languages. Do we have any Muslim here? Hmm? This is why you see when Muhammad, he you know, he says something in the Quran here, the Muslims do not know what it's meant. Like if you go, as an example, if we go to chapter 36 in the Quran, look what it says. Yasin, Yasin. Muslims do not know what does that mean. So everyone give you his own interpretation. They don't know. Okay, why you do not know? Why there is things in the Quran Muslims until now do not know? Because simply this is not Arabic. This was from the Aramaic. Ya sin. Ya is a word meaning God. Sin is the name of the moon god. You can go right now and search. You will find that Sin is the name of the moon god. It's just another name of the moon god. So Yasin, Yasin, it is Ya calling God, God seen. Muslims interpretation, only Allah knows what he meant by those letters. Have you ever heard of religion like this? Because this is a stolen phrases from the Aramaic, and they have no connection with them. Islam, all of it is a stolen from someone else. Hubal is just another god, which is you know, you see there is a what happened after the Muslims control the Arabian Peninsula. They destroyed everything they don't agree with, or let us say the history is perished, and the only history is left is what is written by the hand of Muslims. You see, we are lucky that in the time of Muhammad and after that, for the coming centuries, there's no C4 and bombs. Otherwise, all the Egyptian ancient buildings will be destroyed, the same as Taliban did, and the same as ISIS did in Afghanistan, in Syria, in Iraq. So now we have those ancient places in Egypt, but hold on, one day, and I believe this will happen, those terrorists will take over Egypt and they will destroy everything there. It takes just a few hours these days to take down the whole building before they try. You see, most of the ancient statues in Egypt is totally, is like really badly damaged, but because it's hard to destroy it all, so they destroy what they can. No, this is like a translation, you know, this is English thing. Why Muslims hate Apostle Paul? Actually, you know, Islam did not speak in a negative way about Paul, but this is the fabrication of Muslims. since the that he came and the that he starts saying Paul, 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 Muslims copy paste Paul, 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 Paul. But I can show tons of reference speaking good about Paul, even saying that he is a messenger of God. Not only he is just a good man, he is a messenger of God. Don't say Yeshua Akbar, my friend. This is an insult to Jesus. Akbar is a name of an idol, is one of the statues, and Jesus is not Akbar. Maybe you think you are being funny, but this is not funny. Do we have any Muslim want to say something good to us about Islam? Anyone? No, hell in Islam depend who is the one who will go to hell. There is Muslims. The Quran says وَمَا مِنْكُمْ إِلَّا وَارِدُهَا, which means every Muslim will enter into hell, every Muslim. But there is some, they will go in hell for their like they will be their feet only in hell. Some they will go to their knee, some they will go to their ass, some they will go to their head, some they will stay for an hour, some they stay for a second, some they stay for years. So Muslims, they go to hell, but then Allah will take them off. All right. Now, this is not a confirmed belief in Islam, which means there's opinion as usual, because Muslims always disagree. Like the only thing the Muslims agree about is to disagree. This is the only agreement they have. However, the Quran confirms that every Muslim will enter hell. And this is in chapter 19, verse number 71. It's a decree from Allah to go to hell. You see here the translation says, but he shall go down to it. No, it doesn't say that. Shall enter it. If you change the translation or translator, let us see different translator. Shakir. Shall come to it. What does that mean? What come to it? If you go here, let us see the interpretation. Just to show you how they try sometime, always actually, in the translation to cover the story. This is Tafsir al-Jalalain. If we go to verse, this is verse number 70. Do you see it? There's not even one of you, but shall come to it, that but shall enter hell. Not a single person. Do you see it? This is not my own interpretation. This is their scholars. All the religion of Muhammad is a collection of stories. As an example, there's a when the Muslim they pray, they say the word sirat. Sirat is an Aramaic word, and it's used by the Persian too. The Persian in Iran. Chapter 1, verse number 6, it says, اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. Verse number 17 says, صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Okay. What sirat is? The Muslim, they translate it as the right path. The fact, no. The sirat is a bridge. And this bridge, go, let us make some drawing. You know, I'm very good in art. I cannot resist that. So if we say that here we have a hill, let us see in the ground. Let us make it thick. Okay. So here we have hill, the fire. This is the fire. Over the fire, there is a bridge. Let us make it from blue. There's a bridge here. So when you walk in the bridge, this is the sirat. The bridge is the sirat. So when you are walking in the bridge, depend in what you did in your life. If you read Quran, you have more protection. If you read, if you pray, you have more protection, etc. So if you do jihad, you don't even go in the bridge, supposedly, especially if you die. The one who die in the jihad, he crossed to heaven right away. He don't go in the bridge, which means all his sin is gone. And sin here is about what? Like anything, even if you rape women, even doesn't matter. So when you walk in this bridge, you are here. If you are a person who don't kill Christians or Jews or don't hate your, you know, so you don't fight the enemy of Allah, then your feet will go deep in the fire. To the point it might be even you go down, all of you, in the fire. But let us say someone else, he did less bad things than you according to Islam. Only his foot will go in the fire. There is someone, he did not do much, you know, maybe the bottom of his foot will be like a little bit burned, but he will not go in the fire. So depend who you are. But everyone will enter hell, which means none of them really will be escaping hell, and no one will be just burned little, because the Quran says clearly every one of you will enter hell, which means you will enter, but how long you stay is depend what you did to serve Allah and to serve Muhammad. All right. Yeah, everybody will enter hell. Actually, even Muhammad, he says that everyone, like you know, Muhammad is a collector of stories. So look what he said. When they asked Muhammad about who is the one who will go to heaven, who is the one who will go to heaven? Look what Muhammad said. No one will enter paradise by his deeds, rather by the mercy of Allah. Okay, but that's mean all the promises of Muhammad is a lie. The one who do jihad, Allah will take him to heaven. The one who asks Allah for paradise three times a day, Allah will take him to heaven. The one who pray 5 times, Allah will take him to heaven. So all those promises, the one who give Muhammad money, he will go to heaven. And then he says your deed will not take you to heaven. There's none amongst you whose deed alone, and here notice the Muslim, they added the word alone, but in Arabic there's no alone. ليس أحد منكم ينجيه عمله. Not a single one of you will be saved by his act, by his work. Not alone. There's no alone. The translator here, he fabricate. Actually, I can give you the link, and you can go to Google translation, and I mean, click at the side of the page, open it with Google browser, and you can click translate to English, and you will see that the other side of the Arabic, you will not find the word alone, even in Google translation, which is a software translation. So they fabricate it because this is very embarrassing. none among you, his deed will save him. There is no alone. Alone is a fabrication. So it's mean everything Muhammad he said is a lie. Hajj is a lie, because if you do Hajj, Allah forgive your sin. If you kiss the black stone, Allah forgive your sin. If you touch the black stone, Allah erase your sin. And now he's saying all your deed will not help you. Isn't it the Quran says that the one who pray in the night of power is the same as someone he pray for 83 years, 1,000 months? It's a lie. Because here to confirm that your deeds will help you in nothing. Even Muhammad himself. None of you, his deed will attain him salvation. The companion they said to Allah Messenger, not even you. He, and look, they add the holy now. Muhammad became holy, he's God. He said, not even I. Do you see it? Not even I. So how we can attain salvation in Islam? Any Muslim can tell us? That's mean everything Muhammad he said, all the Quran is a lie. I can show you tons of verses in the Quran says the one who do good deeds, Allah will send him to heaven. And this is what happened always with a liar. You don't remember what he said yesterday. Right? Isn't it this verse says that those who did good deeds, they will go to heaven? So what we would do with this one? Another one, another one, another one. And convey good news to those who believe and do good deeds. They shall have gardens. But you just said that good deeds will never attain you to heaven. Not even I. Add to it that the Quran teach that sin is a destiny. It's one of the conditions to be a Muslim, to believe in destiny. And destiny here, you know, for me, I like destiny. I have understanding for it in different way. Like I believe that in Christianity there is some kind of destiny, but not as Muslim believe. As an example, it's my destiny to die. I cannot fight that, so it's a destiny. But how I will die, it's not a destiny. I might have a car accident, I might die of illness, I might die sleeping, I might die laughing. So we are born to die. That is a destiny. I believe in that. But what we do between the day of we die and the day we are born, it is what we choose to do. Or sometime you can say it's a destiny, but in a different way. Like, okay, I was driving in the highway, and if you are late like 1 second, this accident will not happen. So we can say it's destiny, but the fact it's not. It's just a consequence that you and me drive in the same opposite direction, and somehow we hit each other, but it's not really a destiny. Muslims, they believe in destiny in the meaning that everything is ordained by their God to be done, and you have no choice to delay. The Bible says that we are chosen people, yet because this is based on the knowledge of God. So we are chosen. Who is the one who chosen? The one who chose God too. Knock at my door and I will open for you. So we are chosen, but yet we have a free will. And we are, all of us, we are chosen actually, because this is why all of us are we invited, but still we can refuse. We are chosen to come to the house of God, but it's not a destiny. So here, if you see Muhammad, when we mentioned this is many times before, when Adam and Moses supposedly they have a debate, which is very funny. I mean, how Moses and Adam they will meet, and there is thousands of years between them. So you will see that when Moses he blamed Adam for his sin, Adam said to Moses, do you blame me for a decree, for a deed which Allah he decreed for me to do 40 years before he created me? So even the sin of Adam was not Adam's sin, it was Allah's sin. If you remember, do you believe in the rapture? My friend, I believe in everything is written in the Bible. But people, they can give their own interpretation. I think as an example, like the book of Revelation. This is a book you will not understand what's exactly will happen until it happened. You know what I mean? You see, many prophecies, like, you know, if you read the prophecy about Jesus from the time of David, you will not understand it. Like, who is the one they will cut his, you know, they will stab him, they will fight over his clothes, they will his bones, whatever. I mean, who is that? When the story happened, then you will notice that this is the person. So prophecies, there's a prophecies to tell you about something is going to happen now, and there's a prophecies is to prove that God knew the future, and those things which is going to come to happen is additional proof to us in our future that God is true. You know what I mean? So like now I can go and see what Jesus said about the future, and then I compare about what he said and about what's happening, and then if I find that Jesus said something that's not true, that means Jesus was not in the truth. If it's happening, it's mean this is true. So prophecy is actually it's like a guideline for believers to be more firm with belief, to give you strength. Look, he said that 2,000 years ago, it's happening today. All right. Somebody says, according to the book of Revelation, the earth will be etc. horror movie. Well, you are trying to make a funny comment. Actually, the earth can happen today to be a horror movie, and it's already a horror movie, just to show you how funny you are. If a mistake happened in Japan when tsunami happened a few years ago, 2 years ago, the whole world was terrified. Is that correct, guys? Just a tsunami hit a nuclear facility, the whole world was terrified. The radiation rain came all the way to Alabama and Florida. So why you are being funny and stupid? Yes, the world can now turn into dust. You are being stupid. People are really silly and they are stupid. You know, according to Revelation, the world will become, the world already is a horror movie. And literally you are being stupid. Right now, make just little fight between Russia and America, the whole world is gone. The whole world, nothing will be left. Even those who did not go into the war, they will die. But people are silly. Right? And actually, you know, a human being, you know, he seek his destruction. They love to destroy themselves. A human being is not decent. He like to take what it's not his. He love to take things for free, even they are not free. He love to give himself excuse for doing bad stuff to others. And the world will end in a chaos. Just wait. The book of Revelation will happen letter by letter. You know, not long time ago, I remember my mother, her mother told her about the World War II. How people, they used to look for food in the garbage. You know what garbage mean? And even garbage is not there. Nobody have garbage. What garbage? Nobody throw garbage. People eat anything. People are dying by millions. So people today who they are relaxing in their houses saying, oh, look at the book of Revelation. Just wait. Just wait. If the first war did not destroy you, the second war will make you dust. People, they saw nothing. I witnessed war myself for many years. You saw nothing. You have no idea what war means. There's people who eat people, eat their friends. You know, when the Shia, they surround all the Palestinian in the south of the south of Beirut. Do you know what the Palestinians were eating? Their dead bodies. For 1 year, the Shia did not allow a single piece of food to enter the camps of the Palestinians. If you don't believe me, go and ask. When you are a hungry person, you are a zombie. But you know, this is why I advise people, by the way. I mean, because a human being is really stupid. When you speak about war, people get excited. Yeah, action movie. And you see Sylvester Stallone shooting and everybody die. And that this is not what war is about. In war, you will be dead, and you will lose your limbs. You will lose your head, and if you don't die from a bullet or burned alive, you will be dying from hunger. All right. No, we talk about all, you know, Christian mascaras when we remember them. But I'm showing the reason I mentioned the Palestinian story, because human being is very ugly creature. Animals don't do what a human does, you know. Like even like, you know, those like now Trump, he's fighting for the right of the Uyghur in China. Okay, what's wrong with the Uyghur in China? They say to you there's 1 million Muslim in a jail. Have you ever heard of a jail can fit for 1 million? I mean, what kind of a big lie this lie can be? But because he want to put pressure on China to make a trade deal. Well, if China was doing that for all those years, why nobody speak about it now? Suddenly you became sign a deal with us. We will not talk about this issue. Sign a deal with us. We will not talk about Hong Kong. We will not talk about Taiwan. We will not support the Dalai Lama. It's just a dirty politics. Christians are getting, you know, getting killed, slaughtered, kidnapped. Trump don't never mention their names. And who care about Christians in the Middle East being killed? Nobody. There is nothing. It's called Al-Mahdi. Mahdi is not a real person. And Mahdi is a fiction story, and he is not Antichrist. What Antichrist? What Al-Mahdi have to do with Antichrist? Al-Mahdi supposedly he is a son. He is the 12th Imam from the descendant from Muhammad, and he is born of a woman. Her name is Narjis, and she gave birth to him from not from her private part. She gave her birth to him from the side of her leg. This Mahdi, if he fell down in his ass, he will say Shahada. His poo-poo smell like musk, and his piss is like perfume, and the earth eat his poo-poo immediately. So Mahdi is just a stupid. I mean, you see, when Islam took over and forced people to convert to Islam, those people who have other religion before, they just changed names and they replaced them in a new religion. Can you prove my point about Saudi for financing Taliban? You do not need to prove that. USA was financing Taliban too. Osama bin Laden, he was a hero in USA, and he was a hero in Saudi Arabia. And me myself, you know, I did live in Saudi Arabia, and there was a sticker on every door, every store saying donate for Taliban, Mujahideen, for Al-Bosnia, for always they do that. They ask for donation for Taliban, they ask donation for Al-Bosnia, the Mujahideen everywhere. And they don't hide it actually. But American are not better. The American right now, as we speak, they are financing 65,000 Muslim soldiers in the south of Syria. The same people who attack Christians and burn their churches. And this is under the command of Trump, not Obama. They are all the same garbage. All is the same garbage. You see, American governments always sponsor bad ones, never sponsor the good one. I don't remember when the last time the American they sponsor something good. When the war in Bosnia happened, American is the first one to sponsor the Mujahideen. When the war in Syria happened, Obama was the first to send more than $500 million to Al-Qaeda in Syria. Called them rebels. When the Mujahideen they attack a small town in Russia and killed more than 1,000 Russian child, the idiot, the filthy George Bush, he invited the head of the terrorists from Chechnya to the White House, and he called him a hero. That is the truth. And Osama bin Laden, we can see in Washington Post a big article about him being a hero. Khashoggi, the one who everybody crying because he got killed by the Saudi, this guy, he was in Al-Qaeda. He was Al-Qaeda member. And now they make him journalist and everybody crying for him. He killed a lot of people. So don't blame Muslims for supporting, you know, their goals. What about America? What about England? England. Who is the one who built the Saudi Wahhabi state? The British intelligence. It's made by them, sponsored by them. All those royal families who made their countries a taboo of Islam is sponsored by Her Majesty the Queen Intelligence. And I don't think any Yazidi woman she can do anything good to expose Islam, because all of them, in order to be in the United Nations to speak, you have to be politically correct, otherwise they will not let you in the stage. Can the Yazidi women say Muhammad is a terrorist? No. So what she say? ISIS was bad? Okay, nice to meet you. Well, there is no monsters in the Bible. This is all is metaphorical about things will happen. If you think they are real monsters, that's your understanding, and that's because you are naive. Always the Bible is a book of parables. Jesus, he said everything actually in his stories about parables, that, you know, you can destroy this temple and I can build it in 3 days. Which temple? His body. So if you wanna, you know, if you wanna like speak like a kid, and you think the Bible is speaking about a cat and a rat, that means you are not adult, not mature. So you have to be careful about what you say. Anyway, politics is very dirty, and American politics specifically is very disgusting. Very. If there is any Christian country, we do not need to have a Christian country because Christianity is not a country. Christ for all. Why we need to have a Christian country? What does that mean? That is even silly. That's very silly to say there's a Christian country. We can say there's a Christian people, yeah, but no Christian country. Land is a land. And this is why Jesus said, Jesus is the first one to separate between state and church. He said, give what to Caesar and what to God to God. So Jesus did not want us to have a Christian government. He wants us to have a Christian value. We the people are the Christians. And by the way, PK, you are the one who was saying things before about Christianity, right? And at that time I was speaking about different topic. Do you like to call me Mr. PK? PK1? Like I remember you said the Bible speak about four corners. I think you said that the Bible says the earth is a flat. The earth is a flat. You said that, right? Do you like to show us where in the Bible it says the earth is a flat? You see, people, they are like a bunch of kids. Sometimes you meet somebody, maybe he is 60, maybe he's 70, but he is just a child. And most of them, they are just teenage. And they grow by age, but they get more silly by thinking. Where in the Bible it says that? Why you are lying? You said the Holy Spirit is ignorant, but I got you busted right away. You said to me, show me who is the one who agree with your interpretation of the scholars. I said, do you agree with the scholars anyway? Because none of the scholars says Holy Spirit is ignorant. That's very stupid of you. So you are a person who tried to play with words, but you cannot do that with me. I will spank you from your own words. Isn't it Jesus says every two of you mention my name, I will be between? How he can be between? He said he will send us the comforter. The Holy Spirit is with us. So the Holy Spirit is witnessing everything happened and will happen. And about the judgment day, we explained to you. I don't know if you were here. We were talking about we in Christianity, we do not believe in a preset destiny. It is us who make our destiny. So if the city of Guam and Amura was not to commit sin, there's no penalty will come on them. The flood of Noah did not happen because of a preset, but because people, they refuse. So they brought penalty on them. And that happened to all countries, by the way, all the worlds. People get punished for crimes they commit. Maybe God, he wait for some time, but you will be punished. And you are the one who make fun of Christianity, God will punish you. I guarantee you that. Maybe you will laugh, maybe you say this is a joke. You will say. You see, the funny thing about those who make fun of Christ, when they got something wrong with them, right away they say, oh God help me, God help me. Yeah, just when you get sick, suddenly you remember God. Here we go. Are you saying Jesus he lie when he says, but isn't it Jesus he says my Father is greater than I? Isn't it Jesus he says I do the work of my Father? Isn't it Jesus says that my Father he gave me the judgment? So you are being silly. A silly person who take a verse and then he will make a book from it. It's a book, it's not a verse. So to understand what Jesus said in a verse, you need to read what Jesus said in all verses. Otherwise, you are just being a silly person. Very silly. Not only silly, you are stupid. Flat earth verses some, none of those verses you mention is about a flat earth. Yeah, I can go through all of them, but none of them is about a flat earth. Where how you say in Psalm 104 is a flat earth? How you come to this conclusion? This is a song, first of all, and not God speaking. And God, he made the foundation of this earth. This is about flat earth. You see here right away, you see the ignorance and the stupidity. If a guy making a point, about the foundation of the earth, and then you will see a donkey coming saying to you, this verse in the Bible says the earth is a flat. Where? Or what the verse saying, which is a poet, a song, that God, he made the foundation of this earth and cannot be moved, and later you will see that God, he can destroy it, and God will destroy it. So if you want to imagine something to be a zucchini, is going to turn to be a zucchini. It's like somebody laying down in the ground and he look at the sky and he say, this cloud is a rabbit. This one is a dog. This one, but they are neither dog and neither rabbit. It's a cloud. Genesis 1:7. This is about a flat earth. Do you like to call me the one who said that? So we can laugh at you and I will make you read it yourself. Stupid. I mean, literally stupid. What does this have to do with the flat earth? It's really stupid. None of what you quote for me speak about a flat earth. It's your stupidity. Any Abdul? You know, I just answer you that when the Messiah he speak, the Holy Spirit is talking, and the Holy Spirit is and Jesus is together. So when you say only the Father knows, that's mean the decision of the day of judgment in the hand of the Father, and the same time the one who will do the judgment is Jesus. So what Jesus saying, that I am a person who I say to you, everything I have is given to me from my Father. So why you're expecting Jesus to say that judgment day is not from my Father? That will be stupid of you. But because you are just a kid trying to repeat the same question, are you saying, are you saying, are you saying, are you saying? Let me tell you what I'm saying. You are a stupid donkey. What I'm saying literally, that you are a stupid donkey who carry books in his back. Jesus, all the Bible from the beginning saying, everything I have is given to me from my Father. So why the judgment day will not be from the Father? Why is that? Isn't him saying it's from my Father? Isn't him saying the one who sent me is my Father? So suddenly you want Jesus to have everything and the Father have nothing. Repeat the question. Are you saying that Jesus lie? Just repeat it. By the way, I'm letting you a text just for entertainment. Sometime we need a monkey in the chat. All the Bible speak, Jesus speaking, that everything I have is from my Father. The work I do is the work of my Father. The judgment I do is the judgment given to me from my Father. So why the judgment day will not be from the Father? I will tell you why. Because you are a zucchini. Right? No, when we say Father does not mean only God. That is a mistake. That is a mistake. When we say my Father, for me, when I say my Father, I'm speaking about God. But when Jesus speak about the Father, he speak about God the Father. Do we have any Abdul? I'm asking for knowledge in what I can say. Well, you know, you do not need to ask me for my knowledge, Mr. God bless you, Mr. Trump, because none of those verses speaking about what they say. Where it says a flat earth. You see, when somebody says to you, there's a flat earth. Okay, tell him where. Actually, the book of Job saying that the globe of the earth. Is that correct, guys? And the verse you are quoting for me from the book of Job, verse number 37, is scientifically very much accurate, because even science discovered that the space is expanding. It's expanding every day. And the book of Job says that the earth is like a globe hanged on nothing. Hanged on nothing. So how a verse in the Bible saying that the earth is like a globe hang on nothing, and then you say to me the earth is a flat? Let us get the verse from the Bible. The problem is that either we are mature or we are kids. Right? So if we are a bunch of kids, then we are kids. And anything is okay to say. You know, when you are a kid, you can say whatever you want. If you go to Job 26, verse number 7, it says he hanged the earth upon nothing. Empty space. What do you want more? The earth is like a globe. What do you want more? Who, you know, thousands of years before scientists discovered that the earth have a shape like a globe, the Bible is saying that. But yet we Christian, we don't claim that the Bible is the book of science. It's not. The Bible is not a book of science. Never was and should not be. But you know, if you are looking for to fabricate opinion and their own interpretation for something written in the Bible, okay, go free, go ahead. If we go in the book of Isaiah, chapter 40, what the verse saying? It is he who sat above the circle of the earth. And this is a translation, remember, not very much accurate. You can change the translation if you don't like it. But in the Hebrew, the word is like a kura. Kura is like a ball. It's not a circle. It's like a ball. So it's he who sat above the circle of the earth, and it's happening like a grasshopper, and who stretches the heaven like a curtain, and spread them like a tent to dwell in. This is thousands of years before people knows what the earth looked like. And all the parts of the verses are correct. Scientists discover that the heaven, the space are extending. But still, I'm not going to use this to prove science. If you did not mention to me what you just said, I will not mention to you this. You know, we are reading those verses forever, but we don't say, oh, okay, this is science. No, the Bible is not a book of science. It's against science to believe that Jesus is born of a virgin. Correct? This is not science. Scientifically, this is absolutely not true. Okay, PK, we became just an idiot. You keep repeating the same thing. Get lost. Do we have any Abdul? And you know, like if somebody he wrote words of meditation to God, people they will say to you, look what the Bible is saying. As an example, Song of Songs. Oh, this is a book. This is for adult. Well, the Bible is book for adult. First, secondly, it's a poet. A person is making a poetry or meditation about his city and about his God. It's not even God talking. It's not about even sex. But when you are desperate, you try to find your own interpretation. God bless. No, this is not in the map. This is stupid of you, because when God he separated between the water and water. You see, when somebody he tried to explain, why you don't go and read the Christian interpretation for the verse? And then if the Christian interpretation of the verse is what you are saying, then Christianity and the Bible is wrong. I mean, have you ever heard of someone he cannot be called stupid if he tried to give his own interpretation? Because the belief at the end of the day is a belief. It's not what we believe, not what you think you want to believe. It's our book. So when you try to give your own belief, that means you are stupid, because this is not your belief. So look what you are doing. You wanted to believe that this is speaking about a flat earth. Search on Google. Stupid. If the Christian believe that this is about a flat earth, then you are right. But this is not what we believe. So you insist with this your stupidity just because you want to be stupid. It's like somebody saying, I believe that banana was a chicken. And then you say to him, oh no, look in Google. It says that banana is not a chicken. But this is his belief. You want to teach him his belief? He believes in a chicken to be a banana. So belief is what you judge people with, not your own belief. So if you want to debate me about Christianity, then you better debate me about Christianity, not your belief. So if you quote for me a verse from the Bible, you quote for me what we explain the verse, not you explain the verse. But because you are not mature enough, you come with your own interpretation and you try to enforce your interpretation on the Christians. Oh, you are trying to show me from Google that the Earth is circled too. Oh, thank you very much. And Google now will prove to me that the Earth is circle. By the way, the Earth is not circle, and the translation in the English is not correct, because in the Bible it does not say circle. So if Google says circle, still I refuse it. The accurate translation, it is a globe. In Arabic, kura, kuratul ard, the ball, the globe. And you know, to make it clear, we Christian, we do not need science to prove God for us, because science does not believe in spirit or even angels. I mean, why I need to waste my time? Says, look, oh, do science agree with? No, it does not believe. Science does not agree. Science doesn't say there's God. So stop being silly. So what I'm trying to say to you, that we as a Christians, we believe in God, and we don't take science as guide for us to find God, because science is not will lead us to God. For science does not exist. And I will explain to you. Not long time ago, scientists, they said the earth is a flat, but they are scientists, which means at that time they are the scientists of the mankind, yet they think the earth is a flat. And then the same scientists, after a few centuries, they change their mind. They come to a conclusion: no, the Earth is swimming in the top of a turtle. They are scientists. All what you call science went through fictions. Big Bang. The Big Bang Theory, it's a theory, and now you make it as if it is a fact, but it's a fiction. There's no proof of it, and actually it cannot be true, but you believe in it. It is science, supposedly. One day they will discover something else, and they will laugh at those who believe in the Big Bang. What you call science, my friend, is just the stages of a human being developing his knowledge, which means it's not a fact, because fact can change by changing environment. As an example, a scientist, he want to measure the Earth age by what? How much salt we have in the ocean. How he do that? They say every year we have an average of, like, let's say, etc., rain, and the rain brings salt from the ground to the ocean. Okay, but who said that every year through the, if you talk about millions of years, who in the world agree that rain was the same every year? So you can make a study. How stupid that is. Do you think the rain was coming from a faucet and we can drop how many drops come in? It's like saying I can calculate for you how long is going to take this swimming pool if a faucet she is dropping 100 drop an hour. Oh, it's going to take 1,000 years. But that is stupid, because nature is not a faucet and nobody can control the drops. All those is just, you see, all carbon, all of this is not, it cannot be true. And the reason I say to you, very simple, because they are assuming environment. To make it simple for you, when you say the carbon, you are assuming something as it happened in the laboratory, it happened at that time. But this is stupid to say, because every time have different. As an example, now they are talking about the global warming, correct? Do you know if we have one huge volcano is more than 100 years of car smoking? Just one huge volcano. Actually, one huge volcano is enough to destroy the Earth. So it's a silly. Their numbers is numbers of laboratory, which mean the perfect laboratory. We have temperature of 27. We have HO. We have etc. We put them together and this will happen. But who said to you it's going to happen and happen before the same exactly as laboratory? So you assume what happened with you in the laboratory happened then. But even sometimes science go beyond laboratory, goes to fantasy, like Big Bang. Can you do the Big Bang in laboratory? You cannot. They build, I think in Sweden, I forgot which country, they build a big machine to do the Big Bang. They spend hundreds of millions of dollars, and they were not even able to create a chicken. Where is your Big Bang machine? But this what happened in these days. You know, atheists, they control the media, they control the education institute. Darwin became the teacher. Darwin is a very racist, disgusting man who brought a black man, he put him in a cage to prove that monkeys are black. How we can follow such an idiot? How such an idiot can be a person to teach us about science? He's literally an idiot. And then you start enforcing your fabrication on schools, and then we have children who they are growing atheists. And this is the whole point, to make everybody deny even science, following idiots. You know what I mean? You don't even follow science, you follow idiots. What is the science in Darwinism? You were a chicken and then you became a human. You were a fish. Well, you know, if you believe you are a fish, you are a fish. Everything is the brain, in the brain. If you convince a male that he is a female, he will walk, he will talk as a female. If you convince somebody that he's a dog, he will act like a dog. Trust me. Everything is in the brain. So a brain of an atheist is working this way. I convince myself not by science, but by believing in my fictions. And then anyone who don't agree with me, I call him a fool, stupid, and savage. You know, in the year 2010, I love to drink coffee. I love coffee. But I used to drink a lot of coffee to the point my lips was almost black. So suddenly I lost my voice. I went to a hospital, cost me a lot of money because, man, I need my voice. I mean, I'm doing what I'm doing now for years and years. I lost my voice. I cannot even talk. I can't even say hello. We went, we did all the tests, the machines, the computers, laboratory, take blood, take muscles, and then the doctor, after bringing me a huge bill, he says to me, we do not know what the problem. So I spend all that money for nothing. And then I notice that all those donkeys who call themselves doctors, not even one of them, he asked me, what do you eat, what do you drink? I notice when I drink coffee, my throat is being irritated badly. So I said, okay, I will stop drinking coffee for the coming week. I stopped drinking coffee. And my voice is wonderful. I drink coffee. Even now, I drink coffee. Like my voice now is hurting me because I drank like 3 small cup of coffee today. So all the science, and not even a donkey, he asked me even what you drank today or what yesterday. Tell me about your habit, what you do. They took me to the computer because they worship the computers. They think computers can give them answers. And here we go. After all the money I spent, it was just a stupid coffee. I believe there is something called science of practice. To make it simple for you, we as a human, we practice things, and if they succeed, we call them science. Like now you have a cancer, so we give you medication. This medication did not work with you. Okay, we put you in the side. Then we try other medication. So we keep trying until millions of people die. And then finally, after 10, 25, 50, 60, 70, 80 million die, then we can say today we are more successful in fighting because you don't have science. You have a practice. Do you understand me, guys? You don't have science, you have a practice. You practice things, and if they succeed, that you call it medication. And then you take a little medication made by scientists, and then there's a sticker says, this medication can cause heart attack, internal bleeding, brain bleeding. Okay, so you have headache, you ain't dead. Go and open now any drug you have in your refrigerator and tell me how science can help me. I have a problem, and then by taking the medication to solve the problem, I will have 1,000 problem additional to it. So where is the science? And the funny, they put those side effect in a small text so you will not be able to read them, which means after you die, they will say, see, we told you to do that. It says there heart attack. It says there brain bleeding. It says there kidney failure. It says there. It says there. You know what I mean? This is the truth. There is no science. It is a practice. We call it science. Even going to the moon, going to the space, it's a practice. We try things, and we try things, and we try. This time we did not succeed. The second time, and then we learn from what people did before us, and our children, they learn from us, so we do better. As simple as that. But you call it science. Now you don't have to agree with me, right? You don't have to agree with me. You see, if one day time come and you tell me science made the human being live forever, then I can say that science is exist. If you can come with such a thing, if you can come with like we have a microwave machine and we push the bomb and then we can create a human being, then you can tell me there is science. Otherwise, why science cannot create Big Bang like the one you speak about? What is missing? You have the theory, you have the technology, and you have your fiction, and you have your madness. Put them together and make a Big Bang. What about creating gold for us? Can you even make gold? By the way, through history, there's many kings, they try to make scientists create gold. Create gold. They could not even do that. So if you could not create gold with all the material exist in your laboratory, what you can create? Nothing. You know what I mean? I remember once an atheist, he come to an Orthodox church, and the priest is a friend. He called me. He said, are you busy today? I said, well, I have, my internet, mission, as you know. He said, if you can come, we have an atheist who always make fun, and he is rude, and we do not know what to say, but I'm sure you can get him busted. He did not use the word busted, but, So I said, okay, I will go there. I went, and he pointed his finger at him. So I was waiting for him to do what he do always, making fun of those poor Christians. And as usual, suddenly he starts saying something. Finally, he started talking, and I was waiting for him. He said, you Christians are funny. You want to tell me that Jesus, he put some mud on the eye of somebody and he made him see? I was waiting for him. So I said, excuse me, sir, what do you do for a living? He said, I am an eye doctor. And this is why he chose that example. I said, oh, you are an eye doctor? He said, yeah. He said, well, aren't you every day put mud on the eyes of people and sand to make them see better? He said, what? He said, don't you every day put sand on the eyes of people to make them see better? He said, I put the glasses. I said, isn't the glasses made from sand? He said, yeah. He said, okay, so if I say to somebody 2,000 years ago, I will put sands in the front of your eyes and that will make you see a lot better, don't you think they will laugh at me? And he said, yeah. He said, you are exactly doing that now. So you are saying how Jesus can make a blind man see from mud by putting mud on his eyes, but you are the one who practices this every day. But because you practice it and it works, you believe it. Not because it's convincing. Otherwise, sand will make us blind. I never heard of a sand will make me see better. And this guy, he went mute, and everybody working at him, he became like a rabbit. And after that, each time he want to come to the church, he called the church. Is that guy there coming today? Is he coming today? Is that guy he is coming today? Is he or he's not? Because if he's not coming, I will go to make fun of you. This is your science. Stupidity. You make fun of something just because you could not practice it. You know, if I say 500 years ago, there's something you can use, put it in your pocket, and you can speak to your wife in China. People will take me to the crazy hospital. And they will say, this guy for sure is a crazy. Not only crazy, he's a stupid. But because today, you practice it, and you saw it, and you witness it, you believe it. It is little tiny phone. Not only you can speak with it, you can even open camera. You believe it. But if somebody says that to you 2,000 years ago, you will throw rocks at him and you will send him to the zoo. And you will say this guy is a monkey. So what you accept and what you reject is not because you are being honest. It's because you are deceiving yourself. You are being double standard. You want to believe in the Big Bang, which yet you did not witness it, but yet you say to us, show us God to believe. You know what I mean, guys? You see the hypocrisy? Show us God. Okay, show me the Big Bang. Do you believe in waves? Waves? What waves? Waves, radio waves. Oh, I thought you should not believe in something unless we can see it. Isn't it this is what you atheists you say? We cannot see waves. Nobody can see waves. And we will never be able to see waves. But you believe in them. Do you see the hypocrisy? Guys, do you notice with me the hypocrisy of those atheists? They say they want to believe only in what they can see. But everything they believe in, they could not and they will not be able to see. It just stupid decide to call himself smart. All right. And if you convince yourself you are smart, you think you are smart even if you are a donkey. You know, when I was in Asia, I was wondering why there's a lot of people who they are like transgender, or let's say gays. And then I noticed that in the culture there, they have something very strange. Some people are very selfish, and look what they do. The family they choose the most smart kid of their own, and then they dress that boy as a girl since he is a young, very young. They give him a girl name, they dress him like a girl, they put makeup on him, and they treat him as a girl. So look, because this is how selfishness work. So this boy who grew up as a girl, just it, he believe he's a girl. He talk like a girl, he walk like a girl, he put a makeup, that's it, he's a girl. And the purpose of this is to make this boy, who they made him believe is a girl, to stay with them because he will never get married. Do you see how selfish a human being can be? So they destroyed this little child. Did not even give him a choose his gender. They force him to be female. They dress him as a female since he was a kid. They treat him as a female. They give him a female name. They put makeup on him since he was 6 months old, just because they want to guarantee that he will die in their house serving them. Can you believe how evil a human being can be? This is not the fault of this kid, by the way. This kid is a victim. And by the way, nobody taught me that. I was observing things around me. I noticed that every house have one of those. He is there for a reason, to stay and to die with the parents. They want a free slave who will never have a family. Who is going to marry this? He is not a male, he is not a female, no more. He will stay with them until he die. So he is not a bad person. He did not do anything wrong. It is his parents, because they are evil, they destroy his identity. And that can be done to you. Atheists are doing that to you every day, and they are doing that to your kids. They don't want you to believe in any belief of your choice. They force their belief on you. They put makeup on you. They dress you as a girl even when you are a boy, and they dress you as a boy even if you are a girl, so you can be just their slave. I saw your text, my friend, about the earth, and we are done with it. Now, you don't have to agree with me, but this is what I see every day. All right? You know, atheist is the same as a communist. They are communist, actually. Communists and atheists are the same. They believe in dictatorship. But it's going to collapse. All atheism is going to collapse because it's based on dictatorship and fictions. Soviet Union forced atheism for tens of years. The day the Soviet Union collapsed, the church is full. Do you see how strong was atheism? But before the KGB collapse, who dared to say, I believe in God? Nobody. So they thought that God disappeared. Christianity is vanished. Churches are empty. Because we force our secret police and everybody. The same in North Korea, the same in China. The day this government, police government, demolish atheism, demolished. You know what I mean? Because it is not true. And even those who speak of it, they don't believe in it. Atheism is more of an agenda of business. You know, I went to China and I saw in China the most expensive cars, and this is a communist country. Where is the communist Chinese? Anybody can tell me where is the communist? Go to China. How many of you been in China before? How many of you been in China? You will not believe it if you go to China, what you will see. They have billionaires more than you can imagine. BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Lamborghini, Ferrari, I mean, you name it. And they are communist. So the title is communist, but the inside, the worm is eating the system. And China is going to collapse. I'm talking about the communist, not the China as a country. Sooner or later, Christianity in China is spreading like fire. The day I arrived last time to China, they destroy a church fit for more than 20,000 to 25,000, I think, people. The church destroyed. And what is the excuse? The building is not having the right permit. Okay. And look what they did. They destroy a church can take 20, and it has 25,000 member. But by doing that, they help the Christian to spread in smaller groups. And Christians can do a lot better in smaller groups. They can bring more Christians. The 25,000, I'm assuming now they are 500,000. Because you just divide them and you force them to scatter everywhere and have a small church groups. And that will bring more Christians to Christ. What do you think about the Jordanian princes escape the sheikh? You know, those she is not, first, she is not a princess. Secondly, he is not a sheikh. Those are people are made the princes and kings by the Her Majesty British intelligent James Bond. None of them is a prince. Those are selling their daughters. The guy, he sold his sister to the owner of the business of Dubai. They call him Sheikh. Huh? It's a business sale. He bought her, and she made enough money. Jordan was going bankrupt. They wanted always they do this. When they want money, they give him one of their daughters, the same as the king of Morocco, the prime minister of Lebanon. He gave his wife to the king of Saudi Arabia, as they claim. He married her. He divorced her so he can have her, his boss. That's not. Those are not a prince, and they are not princes. They are Bedouin. They used to take a shower once every 2 years. The British intelligence, they brought the Sharif, they call him Sharif Hussein, who claimed that he is descendant from Muhammad, and they made him a king. As simple as that. Where this guy was? Where was his kingdom? The king. We never heard of him. Any one of you heard about something called Lawrence of the Arab? Who knows Lawrence of the Arab? Anyone? There's a movie about him. Anyone knows him or heard of him? Lawrence of the Arab? This is a true story. Intelligent, they sent him, and he was able to accomplish a lot. And the king of Jordan is one of the accomplishment of Lawrence. And today, all those kingship exist in the Arabian Peninsula. Instead of having Lawrence the Arab, we have the CIA of the Arab. The king of Saudi Arabia is protected by USA, Emirat, Bahrain. So they replace England, because England now is a very weak country. Look, Iran took their ship. They cannot do anything about it, because England now cannot even fight a rabbit. They don't have really an army. England does not have an army anymore. It's just nothing, because of the liberals. And Iran now is making fun of them. They took their ship, and what you can do about it? Nothing. In order for England now to get their ship back, they have to ask Mr. Trump and kiss his foot. Because European, they decide not to have army. They can't even protect their borders. Erdogan is threatening them. He will open the borders for immigrants. They don't have even. Have you ever heard? They are members of the NATO. When you hear the NATO, you think the NATO is real. There's no NATO. There's America. All European countries are protected by America. And this is why Trump, he says you have to pay. You want us to protect you? You have to pay. Japan, you have to pay. France, you have to pay. Enough is enough. There's no NATO. There's America. There's two powerful countries, and now the third is growing. America and Russia. And the rest are potatoes. And actually, if you ask me which you think is better as government, I say the Russian 1 million times. At least the Russian, you can trust them. You see, if not the Russian, if not Putin, all the Christians in the Middle East will be slaughtered long time ago. Since the time of the Ottoman, the only one who stood to fight the Ottoman to stop killing the Armenian, the Christians in the Middle East, it was the Russian. While European government, they were a friend with the Ottoman Sultan. And right now, the Kurdish, they fought with America side by side, trained by American. Suddenly, Trump, he woke up in the morning, he called Erdogan. Erdogan asked him to take off his army, so he want to attack the Kurdish. Trump, he agreed. How you do that? How you betray your friends? Welcome to America. It's just a business. They don't have a friendship. They do business. Russian is more trustworthy. They did not leave the Assad Let me drink some water. 7-8 years war, and the Russian are fighting side by side with the Assad because he is a friend. He's loyal to them. They don't betray their friends. That is the truth. And the Assad is smart. He knew that the Syrian people, the majority of them, they are Orthodox. So right away he sent his foreign minister to speak to the Patriarch of Moscow, not to Putin. He did not send him to Putin, he sent him to the Patriarch. And then the Patriarch went and visited Putin before the foreign minister goes there. And he told him, if you don't go, the Christian there, they will be slaughtered. Within 48 hours, the Russian, they start attacking the terrorists in Syria. 48 hours only. When the last time the American, they defended any poor Christians or even the Yazidi? They talk about protecting the Yazidi. What they did to the Yazidi? Nothing. They took them as refugee. What happened to the Assyrian? Like just a few days ago, I heard that government, I think in Netherlands, they accused the bishop of the Assyrian that he was funding ISIS. How you say that? Oh, because he paid ransom for Christians who they would be slaughtered by ISIS if they did not pay. That is funding terrorism. Are you stupid or what? So look, they could not save the Christians when they were captured, and now going after the Christians who've been released. That is the truth. My friend, there's nothing it's called Canada. What Canada? You have this, what his name, your prime minister is an idiot. You know, the border is open for everybody. If this guy stay for coming 5-6 years, Canada is not going to be Canada no more. Canada. Thank God I am not living in Canada. That is a horrible country to live in. You have no government, you have no authority, and soon you will have a chaos. What Canada? I don't care who's gay, who's not. I mean, this is not my problem. What do you do in your bedroom? This is your business. But Canada is a very, you know, in a very bad shape. You know, whatever you bring liberals to take over, things will be messed up. Look, Erdogan now, he is going to dig for gas in the land of Cyprus. European, they decide to do something. They say, we refuse that. That's it. Right away, the foreign minister of Turkey, he said, well, if you try to make a penalty on us, we will open our borders for immigrants. Do you see how weak Europe is? To the point of foreign minister in different country, he can threat you by opening borders. You don't have borders. Your borders now is closed by the Turkish. Same as Canada. You don't have borders. Your borders now are protected by the American. If the American change their president, you have someone instead of Trump, liberal, you would have no borders. Because all what you need to do to go to Canada, just walk. Well, I don't know which border is more open, but I mean, those European countries will pay the price of their being stupid. And soon you as a European, you will go and seek refugee, maybe in Indonesia. I advise you to get a friendship with somebody from Indonesia or Thailand, because you will seek refuge there. As long as you have those liberals. And don't cry for having liberals, you vote for them. They vote for this woman in Germany, and then they cry for having her. You are the one who brought her there. Same as in England. You deserve what you will have. I mean, you will get what you ask for. I think this is better, no? Anyway, politics is dirty, and liberals are they bring destruction wherever they go. This is why, actually, if you ask me which one you think is the best system between all European, I would say the Russian. Even though there's a lot of bad things in Russia, but still, at least they teach their children to love their country. They protect their borders. They love their flag, and they don't enforce stupidity. Like, you see, dictatorship have negativity and have some positive. One of the positive is if you have a strong leader like Putin, your country will go in one good direction. Putin, he took over Russia. Russia was collapsing. Russian women was for sale in the street. Russian people were dying from hunger and cold. And go and look at Russia today. Everybody in the world wanna buy from Russia. Their gas, their oil, their fuel, and their weapon. Even America, to go to the moon, they have to use Russian engines. Turkey have a fight over buying from Russia. Nobody want to buy from America no more. This is why America now in trouble. Emirat, Bahrain, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, everybody, they are buying weapon from Russia because their weapon is more powerful, a lot cheaper, and they don't have too much requirement. American, they play games. They sign a contract with you. I will sell you weapon. Second day, they change their mind. They go to the Congress because they have democratic system. Saudi Arabia sign agreement to buy billions of dollars weapon. Then two congresswomen, they say we should not sell Saudi Arabia. You have no friends. Nobody can trust you. And now they make a vote not to sell Saudi Arabia, but Saudi Arabia might enter war with Iran. They cannot wait for you. So now they have to go to no one except Russia. So they are losing customers by their stupidity. And this is, yes, about customers. Anyway, welcome to America. Nothing personal, is just business. And you know, we have a president who is a businessman, literally. So nothing he do is personal. It's just business. You see, by the way, I prefer Trump over the other side. But Trump is not really too much better. I mean, he is better, but he is just a businessman. He don't work for America. He worked for his business. Look what happened. He became a president. He brought his daughter. I'm going to hire this Barbie to make her a consultant in the white. This girl, she do fashion business. What fashion have to do with politics? Oh, no problem. You know, he's doing a business. Now he think that America is corporation. He brought his daughter, the husband of his daughter, his son, the family. It's became a family business. You know what I mean? This is how silly, but this is America. Welcome to America. Everything is possible. You know? Indonesia, I believe Indonesia is going to be divided to many countries. Sooner or later, those radical Islamic, the true Muslims, they will cause a lot of violence. And what will happen in Indonesia is the same as happened before. Who remember the East of Timor? Anyone remember the East of Timor? What happened in the East of Timor will happen in other islands. These islands, the majority are either Christians or Buddha. So I believe that in the long run, Indonesia is going to be divided to more small countries. because people lose the ability to live together because of Islam. There's one group want to force everybody to be under their command, and then either you submit or surrender, or you refuse, as what happened in the east of Timor, and then you will get your independence. You have to fight for it. I'm very sure this will happen. You see, I believe Turkey is going to be divided. It's just a matter of time. Indonesia will be divided. Bangladesh will be divided. Pakistan will be divided. The only one is holding Pakistan until now to be not divided is America. It is just American. And there's no government in Pakistan. Most of those countries are just a cartoon. It's a state by name. Turkey have many nationality, many ethnic groups, and we are talking about tons of millions. So any small problem in Turkey will divide Turkey to countries. Kurdish want to have a state. Armenian, they want their land. The Alawi, they want their country. I mean, there is tons of ethnic groups. So, like the Kurdish alone is we are talking, they can make a country easy, more than 25 to 30 million. Well, I don't know. Okay, see, I cannot speak too much about Indonesia because simply I did not live there. But I'm just based on what I learned through my life. You see, Saudi Arabia itself, it can be divided in one day if the American they decide to say we will not protect you, because Saudi Arabia, you see, there is a fire under the ash. There's big families in Saudi Arabia who they believe they have the right to rule their land, not to be ruled by the Saudi family. And there's other problem, which is sectarian sect, Shia as an example. So just take the power of USA from those countries. Kuwait have a huge number of Shia. Bahrain, the majority are Shia. So all those countries can collapse overnight. So if there is a war right now between Iran and in the Gulf, all those countries will not exist no more. Emirat will collapse over one night. Not even one night. Emirat will be a ghost country because they have no army. They can't protect themselves. The Persian, they can swallow them as if they are sugar. As simple as that. So who is stopping the Persian from taking over those land? America. Otherwise they can take it. And Saudi Arabia, they can take it too. The Saudi, they can't even fight the militant, the Shia militant in Yemen, and they are militant. So what about the Iranian, a country of almost 100 million, huge army, very well trained, and they believe if they die they go to Jannah. The keys of the heaven is in the pocket of the Khomeini. You know what I mean? America will lose against Russia, Persia? No, Persia, the American, they kind of smash Persia if they want to smash it. You see, the reason for America is not to attack Iran. It's a business. Let me explain to you. Once I did visit a friend, and he bought a new house. He said, "Look, the contractor, he did not finish the garden. I have a lot of rocks." I said, "Okay, well, we can fix that easy." He said, "How?" I said, "Do you have like an empty garbage can? You want to throw it away?" He said, "Yeah, I have one." I said, "Okay, bring it." His house is like empty. The area around it, there's no houses. And it's a new area. They are building houses there. So I put the garbage can in the other side, and there's a bunch of kids in the street. I said, "Hey kids, who can hit that can there? Who can hit it by rocks? We have a lot of rocks here. That is good." And the kids, they came and they started throwing rocks at the can. In less than 20 minutes, we have the yard empty from rocks. It was fun. Iran is exactly that can. If we take the can away, why the Saudi they will buy the weapon of USA? Why the Emirat they will spend billions of dollars? You know what I mean? Do you understand what I'm saying? If you take Iran away, you took the purpose and the reason for your customers to buy from you. Are you a fool? So American, they will not attack Iran unless they have to. And if they attack, they will attack just to spank, which means we will teach you how to behave. But they will not attack to destroy really. Because if they attack and destroy, all the customers will stop buying because finally we are safe from Iran. I don't know if you are getting my point. Anyone understand me? We need a can there so we can throw rocks. And the rocks, they have to buy them from us. It's a dirty business. War is a business. War never, you see, like they make armies, they make etc. Army supposedly is to protect, to defend. But there's more things behind armies. There's corporation, huge companies who they are more powerful than armies and countries. Those are the one who create wars to make money. And this is not conspiracy. This is really real. The war in Syria is for 8 years. They can stop the war anytime they want, but they will not because it's a business. Can you imagine how much weapon they have to spend there every day? I don't know how many of you have guns. I have. If you shoot for 15 minutes, you spend $100. And I'm talking just shooting by like a normal little gun. So imagine we have a war. How much money we have to spend? Every Patriot missiles cost at least $1 million. So when the Houthi they shoot at the Saudi they have to shoot like 20 missiles to take down one target. $20 million in a second. Right? Billions they spend a year. You know, I served in the USA Army, and one day after I finished my service, there's, you know, they give you things like, you know, like for your computer, etc. So I wanted to give back the bag they gave me, and the woman there, she said, oh yeah, no, we don't take it back, throw it away. I said, but it's new. It's totally new, brand new bag, very nice bag. And I drove all the way to bring it back, and now she's saying to me, oh, we throw them away. If you don't want just to do that, we throw it away. Imagine how much money the Department of Defense wastes in the garbage. And I guarantee you they do that on purpose because they have a contractor who supply them with those bags. Spending is a necessity, not because they need it, but because they are doing business. I went to the boss. I told him, boss, the big boss, stars. She said, we throw it away. He said, yeah, this is what we do. Throw it away. I took it. Okay, I will take it. She said, take it, keep it, or we will throw it away. And I have it entered now. A soldier, he go to serve in U.S. Army, he have to pay for his haircut. So you are cheap with the soldier, but yet you throw money everywhere. This is exactly how it works. Now, do we have any Muslim in the bushes? Ilhan Omar, she is taking advantage of America. America is a good country to take advantage of for them. There's a bunch of fools sponsoring her, and good for her. She is smart. They are fools. It's not her fault. Don't blame the women for what she do. Blame the American. America, this is America, my friend. Actually, if you look at those who they are in the Congress in America, forget about this Muslim women. All of them, how they are there. I mean, they are a bunch of idiots, literally. One woman, she said, America, the world will end in 12 years. The guy who is going to be a president, Bernie Sanders, the world will finish in 12 years. We have to stop that. 12 years? Are you sure? Not 11 and a half? This will be a president? Yes. This is America. In America, to be a congressman or a senator or a president, you need support from powerful machines who adopt you, businessmen, rich people, and then you do their agenda. None of those people are elected because they deserve to be elected, but because they got the sponsoring machine. Right now, I can be a senator if you can get me a sponsor machine. I go to vote. I never heard of all those names. Honestly, we never heard of all those names. They are going to election. Who is this guy? Who is this? We do not know them. It's just because the big machine adopt them, Democrat or Republican. So if you can make the big machine adopt you, you are a congressman already, and you are a senator already, or you are a president. Right? Do we have any Muslim here want to say something to us? And nobody need a qualification to be a president. Look at this Macaroni, the president of France. This guy is a president. What make him president? American, they made an actor. His name is Ronald Reagan, a president. And they made another actor who used to be half of the time naked, shooting with the plastic guns, governor of California. He don't even speak English. Mr. Arnold. But this is America. What is the qualification of those people to be a governor? You know what I mean? Like, you know, you go to Russia. In Russia, in order to be an ambassador, let us say in Egypt, you are a person who speaks languages, and one of them is Arabic. They study for many years. They study intelligence, they still study languages, they study religions, and then they hire you in the foreign and the ministry, the Ministry of Foreign Department. In America, no, you do not need that. You can be a stupid fool, and they will make you an ambassador. Or what you need to do, make a check to Donald Trump, donation in the election day, and then if he won, he will make you ambassador. All the ambassador of America now are businessmen who donate for Donald Trump. Same as for Obama. It's not only about Democrat or Republican. It's a business. Give me money donation, I will make you an ambassador. How I can pay you back? I will make you a minister. And you know, people think that those people are there because they are really smart. Do we have any Abdul? Is the Qibla is Petra or Mecca? I'm not sure really. This is a theory. You need to prove it. And even if you prove it that the Qibla, the direction of prayer, was Petra, that will not change anything. I debate Muslims about what they believe, not about what it used to be. The question you're asking is good for a historian, so they can find some truth in the past history, but that will not help me in my mission, because a Muslim, he don't believe in what you are saying, so why would I waste my time? Dicky Extender, you want to debate me? What he is he a Muslim? Mr. Dicky? You use the Mormon Bible. The Mormon does not have Bible. That is stupid of you to say. The Mormon does not have a Bible. They have a fiction book like Muhammad. The Joseph Smith is the same fraud as Muhammad. Angels came to him. They gave him the Bible. He translated from Egyptian, but he don't speak Egyptian, to English, and then they came back and they took the book. Stupid idiot. So Mormon are not Christians. And the Bible says anyone who bring other scriptures other than this is not a believer. He is bringing the book of the devil. So we Christian, we don't accept any other scriptures. Do we have any Abdul? Call me, you want to say hi? You just did. Where are the 10 tribes of the Israel? The New Testament, this is why it's called the New Testament. The Old Testament is a book speak about the Jews and the history of the Jews with God. So why you want the New Testament to speak about it? That's very naive of you. You see, the New Testament is about bringing the mission out of doors of the Jews. Preach the whole world. For God, He loved the world. He sent His only begotten Son. So your question is wrong, because obviously you have a wrong understanding of Christianity. So you are talking about the 10 tribes of Israel as if the Christianity is only about Israel. Why when I talk about the 10 tribes, what is that about? And why it's important? God didn't create only the 10 tribes, and the rest of the human beings, they are not created by God. This is what your concern is about, the 10 tribes. Right? That's very funny of you. And by the way, next time we will ask the Messiah to make a Bible fit with your request. We will tell him, please, Messiah, can you talk about the 10 tribes? Because this guy, he wants so. You know, some people, they speak about God as if he is a waiter. Hey, what do you have in the menu? Okay. Why you don't have in the menu this? Well, sir, this is what we have in the menu. Oh no, but you know what? This is our book. You don't like it, don't believe in it. And our book is not about the tribes, it's about mankind. For God, He loved the world, He sent His only begotten Son, not only Jews. This is why Jesus, He said, I came to my people and my people rejected me. And I have sheep in other place. And I am the shepherd, the good shepherd, and my sheep, they knew me. So because you are ignorant, you ask an ignorant question. Who's next? Why even I care for the 10 tribe of Israel? I am not a Jew, I am not an Israeli, and they are not my people. Does that mean I am forsaken by God just because I'm not a Jew? That is very silly of you. Yeah, who's next? You know, sometime I ask myself, you know, a question. Brain of a human being is made from what? Because sometimes you look at the questions and you find that their questions is really astonishing. Do we have any Muslim? Well, welcome everybody from Indonesia. We love you all too. Actually, maybe many of you do not know that #1 viewers of my videos are from Indonesia. Surprising, isn't it? And maybe many of you do not know that more than 78 to 79 of the viewers are male. And I wonder, where's the females? Look like females are interested in makeup. Our program is boring for them. No, my friend. When Jesus he spoke to the Aramaic women, he was questioning her about why she is asking him if she don't believe in him. And he was quoting for her what the Jews they say. The Jews they say, don't throw your bread for dogs. So because of your ignorance, you think that Jesus was pushing away the women. Actually, he did not. Not only he did not, but in fact he did what she asked for and he blessed her. So why you are lying? Jesus, he blessed that woman. Or what he did, he questioned her, why me? Why you are coming to me? What about you go to your God? Aren't you a pagan Aramaic woman? Go and ask your God. But the woman, she showed that she have a very strong faith and she believed in him. So Jesus did not refuse that woman as you claim. In fact, he did support her and he did her will or her wish and he blessed her. But people like you, they love to fabricate things. What a shame. They say things is not there. They fabricate things. When he said, but I am not sent, he confirmed at the same time he was sent to her. Then she came and she worshipped him, saying, Lord, help me. So look what people they do. They take a verse, they don't want to read the verse after it because the verse after it get them busted. And she said, truth, Lord, yet the dogs eat the crumbs which fall from their masters' tables. Then Jesus said and answered to her, O women, great is thy faith. Be it into thee, even as thou wilt. And her daughter was made whole from that very hour. So you see how you lie. You say Jesus said, I am not for you. He came for her. He did her miracle and he blessed her. And he praised her faith. But liars, they take a sentence and make a story of it, forgetting the total story. Do you agree, guys? If Jesus, he came only to the Jews, why he did the miracle for the women then? She worshipped him. And by the way, some they say to you, where Jesus says, I'm God. Here we go. She worshipped him and she called him God. You are my God. And Jesus, he said, your faith is great. And from the moment her daughter, she got what she asked for. So why you are lying? Always liars, they try to make a story about you by a sentence. As an example, let us say today I have a long speech. You can cut a sentence and then you cut another sentence, put them together, but they are from two different places, and try to make a new sentence of them. This is what they do. Please tell us about Muhammad bloodline. First of all, nobody knows Muhammad bloodline. No one. Even the Arab in the time of Muhammad, there's a family who came asking for Muhammad as they are his children. Arab, they used to kidnap children from each other. What they do, they attack other tribes, they enslave the women, and they took the children and they adopt the children either as slaves or as children. So they grow up part of them and they fight for the tribe. And actually Muhammad himself, he have a child which is adopted from slavery, adopted by Khadija, a child who was kidnapped from his family, given to Khadija. Khadija, she bought him and she adopted him. Nobody knows who his Muhammad family is. For me, based on my study, I believe that the father of Muhammad, it's highly possibly was Waraqa bin Nawfal. If you have my book, you will see that according to Muslims, Waraqa bin Nawfal, sister, she offered 100 camel to the father of Muhammad, supposedly, who is the father of Muhammad, so he will not sleep with the mother of Muhammad, which I find the story very weird. But if this story is true, why the sister of Waraqa offering herself to pay Muhammad's father not to go there to sleep with her? Because obviously Waraqa was sleeping with the mother of Muhammad before the father of Muhammad. And actually, if you have my book too, you will find all the reference where it says that father Muhammad, he was born 4 years after his father. Have you ever heard of somebody die 4 years ago and then his wife, she gave delivery 4 years after? Saudi Arabia, there's nothing called Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is the Arabian Peninsula, and it was mixed of many religions, hundreds of religions. Mani, I should make a video about Mani. Yes, I will do. Actually, I did long time ago, but maybe tomorrow we will see. There's nothing is called the blood of Muhammad. And actually even the Quran says, remember, you see there's people that say we are descended from Muhammad. It's a lie. Even the Quran says Muhammad is not the father, was not, and he is not the father of any of your kids. So how somebody can say he is descended from Muhammad? And Muhammad don't have daughters. Those are the daughters of Khadija. Muhammad, he don't have kids. That's why the verse of the Quran says that somebody, he accused Muhammad making fun of him. He said, you know, you can't have babies, you can't have kids, right? So how somebody will say he was a child or descendant from Muhammad? But it's a business, you know. Like the king of Morocco, he claimed that he is descended from Muhammad. But the king of Morocco, what he have to do with Muhammad? The king of Jordan, he claimed that he is descended from Muhammad. Saddam Hussein, he claimed to be descended from Muhammad. Al-Qazafi, he claimed to be. I mean, anyone he want to take over, so the Muslim will be subdued to him, he claimed that he is from Muhammad. You know? Yeah. Well, you know, it's not only the Muslims that say that Muhammad is descended from Ishmael, even some naive Christians, idiot. You see, Ishmael, you know, first time I heard about Ishmael, the Muslims are from Ishmael, it was in a church actually. And then I started searching and studying, you know, and you grow and you search and where is that? Where we can find that Ishmael is the father of the Arab? Where is the verses in the Bible saying that? And how that can be? And I notice more and more that we are people who copy and paste the same as Muslims. Somebody says Arab are from Ishmael, Muslims from Ishmael. You go to any church and you say they say the same. Arab say from Ishmael. Where do you get this from? If Ishmael, his mother is Egyptian, the father is Aramaic, the son is an Arab. Who is stupid here? I go to Indonesia, I marry Indonesian women, and now my son is Japanese. I am an Arab, she is Indonesian, my son is a German. Have you ever heard of a madness like this? Even the Muslims themselves, they say in their books that Ishmael, he did learn Arabic at the age of 13. Some they say 11. So the Arab was before Ishmael. So how he is the father of the Arab? So what I'm trying to say to you, that false information is not only coming from Muslims, it can come from your churches too, because we have a naive idiot who claim to be priests and ministers who teach stupid things, but it's not their fault. They are copy paste and nobody questioned them. Why don't ask your priest? They say, hey, you said Ishmael is the father of the Arab. Where do you get this from? How that can be? Moses himself, he married a Bedouin woman. A Bedouin woman, by the way, mean an Arab. You see, the word Arab mean people of the desert. It's not an ethnic. When I say I'm an Arab, I'm not talking about an ethnic. There's nothing is called an ethnic as Arab. Arab is an Aramaic word, mean desert. So if Aramaic people live in America right now, if you live in Nevada, they call you Arab. If you live in Arizona, they call you Arab. Arabia is a desert, is not a name of a land actually. But by time, because this is the desert around them, so this is Arabia. An Arab is the one who live in Arabia. Live where? In the desert. So they are the desert people. Yeah, I'm a black, blonde, African American from Japan. I agree with you. But you know, I mean, people, they have a very wrong understanding of what is Arab. Arab was not and never was an ethnic. There's nothing it's called Aramaic. They are supposedly children of Aram, but the name of Aram is coming from the one who live in high hill, like high in mountains or hills. So Aramaic are people of hills, Arab are people of the desert, as simple as that. And when they say Arab, when the Aramaic, they call the Arab, they talk about them in a I don't know how to describe it to you in English. It's like you're making fun of somebody. So like in the time of the Aramaic, it's not good for me to say I'm an Arab. It's like saying savage. Why? Because we live in the desert, and that's mean we don't take a shower, we smell bad. I mean, it's a desert. We're Bedouin. All right. So the nature of their life is tough. There's no water to take a shower anyway. I mean, when you take a shower, like even Abraham, when he was going in his caravan, what do you think? Abraham was able to take a shower every day 3 times, right? Make your life can be translated like David would. I don't know how that can be. I mean, how people translate. You can take my video and translate. Who's holding you? There's nothing called Arab origin. Arab are not, guys, are you listening? There's nothing called Arab. Arab are not an ethnic. Whoever live in the desert is an Arab. So you yourself, if you live in the desert, even if you are from Mexico, they will call you Arab. By time, those who speak a language which is a collection of languages became the language of the desert. And when Islam came, the language of Quraysh, the tribe of Quraysh, became the supremacist language. And then everyone else is forced to speak that Arabic. Even though they are from the Arabian desert, but they have different, let us say, not dialect actually, it's collection of languages. There's not a language. So That language became enforced on others and now became the classic Arabic. Let me show you an example just to make you understand. Sometimes we have to use pictures in order to explain to people what we are talking about. All right. I hate it when I supposedly I'm typing in Arabic, but I find myself I'm typing in English. All right. Let us see what we will find. I'm trying to find a clear picture so you can see with me what I am talking about. Where we can find it's hard to have all the Arab in one picture. I mean leaders, because always they fight each other. So it's like a mission impossible. But let us see if we can find. Yeah, the Arab always they agree about not to agree about anything. And this is the best thing about them. Just to show you. Here we go, he's calling back. Hello? Why you hang up? I hope he's not playing games. If you don't answer, I'm going to block you. Okay. Take care. Anyway, so he's saying, he's trying, you see this is what they try to do. They try to ignite hate and division between us and the Jews. Have a question. Do you call the crime of the Jews and the Roman against the innocent Jesus on the cross as an act of terrorism? All right. Hello?
Hello, good afternoon. Hello?
Mute YouTube, please.
Hello.
Yes, I hear you. Mute YouTube. Go ahead.
I just asked you a question. I hope that you can answer me.
Yeah, you are a Muslim,
What is
right?
it doesn't matter what am I.
No,
it doesn't
why
matter.
it doesn't matter? Why it doesn't matter? Why it doesn't matter?
I'm just asking you a question.
I know, and I'm asking you a question too. Are you a Muslim? Are you a Muslim?
Do you consider
your name is Alauddin, so obviously you are my friend. Why you don't want to say I'm a Muslim? Are you ashamed to say I'm a Muslim?
Listen to me, CP. I'm a Muslim and a proud Muslim.
Okay, thank you. So let me answer you. Let me answer you. You just said, okay, you just said, let me answer you. You said about the crime of the Jews.
Can I say my question, please?
Okay, go ahead.
If you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Okay. I have excuse me, I have a logical, rational question for you. Has nothing to do with religion.
You just gave me a question
do
about the Jews, right?
I'm asking the question now.
Right.
Just give me 1 minute.
Sure.
Do you consider the ugly crime of the Jew and Romans against the innocent Jesus on the cross in a barbaric way as an act of terrorism or as an act of love?
Should I answer you now?
Yes. Please.
Okay.
Please do.
Isn't it you Muslims claim that Jesus himself was a Jew?
With all due respect, I'm asking you a question. Never answer
I am
question
answering
by question.
you. I'm answering
Answer
you.
my question.
I'm
please.
answering you. Aren't you
No, no,
Muslims?
no.
You claim
You're trying
that.
to ask a
Aren't you
question.
Muslims? You claim
You're
that
trying
Mary.
to
Let me answer you. Hold on. Let me answer you, man.
Okay.
Okay.
Just relax, relax.
Okay.
Come
You
on.
are, I'm
Just
asking.
relax.
We are having a conversation. Why you don't want to have a conversation? So the second I
Man,
say
I'm just
something,
for
you
you to
shout
answer
and
the
you scream.
question.
You don't want me to talk. So how you say the Jews they made a crime about Jesus against Jesus if Jesus is from the Jews according to you? How you say the Jews did a crime against Jesus if all the apostles of Jesus are Jews? So you are saying the Jews did a crime against the Jews. So why you are saying why you are using the word Jews then? Why you don't say that the one who killed Jesus they did a crime against Jesus? No, you are labeling them as Jews, but you forgot that you must then believe that Jesus himself was a Jew, and the disciple of Jesus were Jew, and Mary was Jew, and all of them they are Jews. So why you are saying the Jews? Because you hate the Jews. Secondly, isn't it the Quran says that they did not kill Jesus? So how you saying to me that the Jews they killed the innocent Jesus when the Quran saying no, they did not? Are you accusing Allah to be a liar? Because you just admitted that the crime against Jesus, as you call it, crime happened. So you just convinced me now that Muhammad was fabricating a story by saying Jesus was not crucified.
So can I talk now?
Sure.
Okay, sure. Okay, I just waited for you to finish, so please don't interrupt me. I never interrupted you, so let me speak.
Right.
Now, I'm asking you once again, according to your faith as a Christian, it doesn't matter whoever did this to Jesus. It doesn't matter to me. Now, I'm asking you in general.
Because you made the name, you say the Jews.
Let me
Is it the Jews? First of all,
I never cut you, so don't cut me.
You see, I'm not cutting you. You say that it doesn't matter. It matters. So otherwise, if it doesn't matter, why you say Jews? If it does not matter, why you said to me, do you condemn the Jews?
No, I didn't say condemn.
So what you say? What you say? You said the Jews. You said the one who killed Jesus is the Jews, correct?
Never mind.
Not never mind. I can show you your question. Here we go. Your question is in your text in front of me. I will show it in the screen.
It's in front of me.
So you accuse the Jews. Okay, so now why you said the Jews killed Jesus if Jesus is one of the Jews and the disciple of Jesus from the Jews too? So what was your problem? Why you think the Jews are bad? Why you think the Jews are bad if Jesus and the disciple according to Islam they are Jews anyway? Go ahead.
Now you will let me speak without no interruption, please.
But don't tell me it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I say the Jews or not. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I interrupt you because you try to cover something you say.
Romans killed him according to the Bible because he made himself equal to God, and knew that better than me.
Right.
Okay. Jew asked for his death.
Okay.
So Romans are the one who. Now my question is very clear for you. Please answer my question. Whoever killed Jesus, it doesn't matter to me according to your faith. Now I'm asking you, according to you as a human being, whoever did this barbaric act against the innocent Jesus on the cross, do you consider such act as an act of terror or act of love? The crime being done according to your faith against the innocent Jesus.
Okay.
Do you call this as an act of terror from those criminals against Jesus or act of love? As simple as this.
Well,
just tell me, terror or love.
Obviously, it's an act of love, and I will tell you why. Because Jesus said, nobody can take my life from me. I put it down by myself. Secondly, he said, Father, forgive them, they do not know what they are doing, which means Jesus, he said clearly that those who did, they've been fooled by the rabbi. The rabbi is the one who wanted the death of Jesus, and they wanted that to happen, for he is a threat for them. So Jesus, he forgave the crowd, forgive everybody. He said, Father, forgive them. And this is here showing us that the Messiah is the Lord of mercy. He told us to love our enemy. Not only that, even those who killed Jesus are forgiven by Jesus. But because you are a person who full of hate and anger, you are trying to make us Christians hate the Jews. So now you came back and says, do you know that the Jews killed Jesus? Shouldn't you condemn the Jews? Isn't it the Jews who commit a crime against Jesus? All of this because you want us to say, oh, we should hate the Jews. They are our... No, they are not our enemy. And let me tell you the bad news for you. If not the Jews, I will not know about Christ. So the Jews you are condemning, they are the one who brought Jesus to us. All the disciples of Jesus, they were Jews. All of them. So we are Christians today, thankful to the Jews. It is the Jews who brought Jesus to us. It is the Jews, even they taught you as a Muslim about Jesus. Your prophet, he never met Jesus, he never saw Jesus, he met the Jews. So you Muslims, because you try to ignite hate against the Jews, for you have a madness. You do your best and look at the hypocrisy of the Muhammadan. In the Quran they say, hold on, the hypocrisy of the Muhammadan. No, you can't speak until I finish. The hypocrisy of the Muhammadan like you, the Muhammadan like you claim that Jesus was not killed. Just because you want me to believe and to hate the Jews, suddenly Jesus was killed. So why you are saying Jesus was killed if Jesus was not killed? Go ahead.
So I was listening to you for 4 minutes. Can you give me enough time to answer you?
Go ahead.
Okay. Number one, if you consider the ugly barbaric crime against this innocent Jesus on the cross with those two criminals beside him on the left and right side as an act of love, I would love you as a Christian to define for me hate. What is hate for you?
Hate
if
is
such acts.
Hate is you.
Let me finish.
Hate. Okay, let me
answer.
Let
me finish, please.
Hate.
Let me finish, please.
Okay.
Let me finish, please.
Okay. No. Let me. You ask me a question. You ask me a question. Do you want me to define hate? Don't you want me to define hate?
Let me make my point.
You just give me a question. Let me answer you, my friend. Let me answer you. Can I answer you?
Please, if you mind. No. I'm not yet finished.
Okay, go ahead. Finish. Go ahead.
Let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Very simple question. If you consider such act, ugly act, as an act of love, so therefore, I consider, according to your logic, you should consider any terror act like this as an act of love. You are trying to tell me that terror or torturing a person, innocent person, can produce love. So this is love for you. Now, therefore, I ask you define hate. Number two, when you say that we hate Jew, with all due respect, it's obvious to me that you are not reading the Bible. It's not me who says in John 8:44, you are of your father the devil. The lusts of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning and upon not in the truth.
Okay.
Because there is no truth in him. When he speaks a lie, he is a liar and he is father of lie. That's what your Bible says about the Jew.
No,
it's not.
This is not about the Jew.
So therefore,
you are a liar again.
Now, please answer my question.
Okay, I'm answering you. Let me answer you. Let me answer you. As long you say that, first of all, you said that crucifixion is a torture. Do you agree?
You want me to speak?
Do you agree? No, say yes or no. You don't need to make the 10 sentences. Do you agree that torture is a crime?
What if I have in the cross? That's a torture.
Is a crucifixion?
That's a barbaric act. That's a crime.
Okay, so you agree that crucifixion is a barbaric act. Do you agree?
Mr. Christian Prince,
are you going to answer
my?
I'm answering you. I'm having a conversation with you, my friend. You said that the crucifixion is an act of terror, barbaric act. You said, my friend, why you don't answer? What's wrong? We have a conversation. Do you agree what you just said, that crucifixion is an act of torture, is a barbaric? Do you agree?
Please define it. If crucifixion.
We are talking. Hold on. Let us one by one. You said two things to me, so we will take them one by one. The first one, you said, listen to yourself. You see, you don't want me to talk, right? You said that the crucifixion. Let me show you why you are being a coward. You will not let me talk. Are you trying to force me to hang up on you? Is that what you want? Okay, so I'm asking you, is a crucifixion, you said the crucifixion is an act of barbaric, savage terror. Do you agree with that? You said that. You agree that crucifixion is an act of barbaric, savage. Do you agree?
I'm still waiting for you to define hate, please.
You see here, because you are stuck, you're afraid, because the Quran teaches crucifixion. You are the one who said, and everybody heard you saying, that this is a barbaric act to torture somebody. Shut up, you said that, everybody heard you. You are the one who said, shut up, let me talk. Let me talk, you coward. Let me talk, you are a coward. I'm answering you. I will hang up on you and I will call you back. Everybody heard you saying that this is the torture is a barbaric action, the crucifixion. But your God, look what he did. Not only crucifixion, he ordered Muslims to cut hands, crucify people, cut their feet from different opposite direction, and even your prophet, he put nails in the eyes of people in the cross. Read with me. This is your prophet, not me. And this is your book. You're a prophet. He put nails on the eyes of people who he crucified them. He cut their hands and he cut their feet. Do you see it? Shame on you. So you are saying this is barbaric when this is the religion of Islam teaching, and the Jews, they are not one who crucified Jesus, it was the Roman. So your God adopt the torture of the Roman and he like it, and your prophet, he practice it. And not only that, he add to it putting nails in the eyes because he loved torture. And you are the one who said, do you agree with the torture and barbaric blah, 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 blah? Look like you did not know your book. Secondly, as long you are talking about hate, isn't it your book who says that Allah is the one who put hate in the heart of the Jews? Why you are playing the Jews for what Allah he planted in their heart? Allah, he said in many places, and let me show you first, as long as you said define hate. Chapter 5 verse number 14. And from those who call themselves Christians, we took their covenant, but they have abandoned a good part of the message that was sent to them. So we planted amongst them hatred and enmity till the day of resurrection. And look at this hypocrite Muslim calling us, crying about hate. Can you define hate for us, please? Please hold on. I want to put my lipstick because I want you to tell me the hate. What hate? What do you think about the Jews? Suddenly he's crying about Jesus now, and you want to define hate. This is hate. It's in front of you. It is the planted seeds of the devil, which is called Allah. So why you are crying for what your God he planted? Because you are a hypocrite and ignorant and idiot. So when I showed you that the verse saying that Allah crucified, you don't want me to talk. Suddenly you said, can you define hate? Can you define hate? Can you define hate? You don't want me to talk about the savage, barbaric crucifixion anymore, because I just got you busted from the Quran. Same time, if Jesus in the cross says, forgive them, Father, who is better than Jesus? Who you said he is an innocent, and you just said, and everybody heard you, he claimed to be God. Guys, did he say, this Muslim, that Jesus he claimed to be God? So Muhammad is a big fat liar. They did not kill him because he's a messenger. They killed him because he said he is God. I will call you back and I want you to answer, give you a chance to answer. What do you think about the torture and the savage, barbaric teaching of Allah in the Quran of torturing, killing, cutting hands, chopping foot, and even cutting fingers and putting nails in the eyes of people? And you are the one who said to us, what do you say about the savage, barbaric torture to Jesus? Let us see if he will answer. I don't think he will answer. What happened, Potato? Okay, so he will not answer. So guys, this guy, he got so excited, he got ready, he wants us to say something against the Jews. But look, who is Paul? He is a Jew. Who is Mark? Who is John? Who is all of them? Who is Mary? Who is Moses? Aren't they the Jews? Yes, Abdul. So what do you say about what I said? Here we go. I will give you time to answer.
First of all, why you have hung up on me?
Because you will not let me answer you. You will not let me. You will not let me talk.
No.
You will not let me talk. We cannot talk in the same time.
You showed that No, CB, you open your YouTube channel and you challenge Muslims, and I called you up as a Muslim, and the best you can do is hang up on me.
Because
is this
people,
the way that you
people are my witness?
No.
You are a crazy person who will not let me talk. And the proof, look now, you are doing it again. I am the one who called you back. I said I will hang up you. I said I will hang up on you so I can answer, and I will call you back, and I did. Correct?
Oh no, CB, have the guts to have.
You don't have the guts yourself. I ask you, isn't it you? Let me repeat the question for you, and you see everybody is you are showing your real you. Isn't it you who say that crucifixion is a barbaric, savage torture? Did you say that?
So
did you say that? Did you say that? Did you say that?
Listen and learn. Listen and learn. Let me educate you,
all right,
please. Okay,
please
don't be that arrogant. You can't be arrogant with others, not with us. Okay, just listen and learn.
I'm listening.
Please. Okay, I asked you if you consider such act as love. Father killing his son on the cross in an ugly way, you call this love.
You see, look how hypocrite you are. Look how hypocrite. This was not the question. You coward. This was not the question. Your question was about the Jews killing Jesus, not about the father killing his son. You see how coward you are, because now you try to change the topic. You change it totally 180 degree. You did not ask me about the father. You never mentioned the word father, and you are a liar. You say the Jews, they tortured Jesus in the cross. What do you say about savage, barbaric torture?
Let me talk. Let me talk. Yes,
so I'm letting you talk, brother. Letting you talk. So why you are lying, saying now about the father when this was not the question? Why you are lying? Why you are adding things you did not say? Why you are adding stories now? Is that what you said to me when you call me? It's recorded. People laughing at you. Is that what you said to me when you call me? You said the Jews killed Jesus, and do you agree with the torture and the savage, barbaric crucifixion? Now I'm asking you, do you agree with the Quran taking the Roman torture of a crucifixion and cutting hands and feet? Is your God Allah is a savage, barbaric like the Roman? Is your God Allah barbaric like the Roman?
Logically, you keep talking. Yeah, Prince, you talk too much. Let us speak.
Nobody talk as you want us to have.
No, don't keep.
Why you are changing the topic? Why you are changing the topic? I want you please to go one by one. Can you answer me? Do you, as long you condemn, listen, I'm losing my voice. Listen, Abdul.
Listen to me.
Muhammad, listen.
Listen,
you said your name is a Muhammad, the slave of Allah. You are no one. You are just a slave of Allah. Listen. Isn't you who said that you are against the barbaric torture of a crucifixion? Why you don't say the same to your God?
My statement, Prince. Let me finish. Man, give me 3 minutes to speak.
Okay. I'm giving you 3 minutes. Go ahead. What do you think about the torture? What do you think about the crucifixion torture of Allah?
Can you do that? You challenge
because you will not talk. You will not answer.
You give me only 3 minutes without no interruption.
You call me back and you start talking about the father because you are a liar. You call me back to talk about the father when this is not our topic. Why you are changing the topic? Okay, I'm listening. Start from the crucifixion torture, please. Please. No. It's not about stop talking. I know Muslims, they never answer. Stop from the torture of the crucifixion. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Prince, I knew you for a quite long time, and we spoke in the past. You know me very, very well. So please listen.
Speak about the torture of the crucifixion, please. Go ahead.
Relax. Now let me educate you. Let me educate you. When I said the father, now it's very clear.
We are not talking about the father. Don't change topic. Don't change topic, Abdul. Potato, don't change topic. You mentioned the crucifixion, the barbaric crucifixion of the Jews. Stop being a coward. Stop. Okay. So don't talk about the. No. So what do you think about the savage torture of the crucifixion of Jesus? What do you think? Go ahead.
Let me make my point. I'm coming to your question. Don't worry. Just let me make my point. Either relax, have a deep breath, get yourself something cold, lemon juice or something, and listen, please. Just relax.
Okay, please. I'm listening. Please go ahead.
Okay. Don't interrupt me. Give me 3 minutes.
Okay.
Now, when I said Father, whom you call God the Father, John 3:16, God so loved the world that He gave. So it was the Father who planned and mastermind the crucifixion of his son on the cross for your salvation. So it was given by the Father. So it's the Father who planned the entire crime from the beginning. So when his son came, and I said claim, I didn't say Jesus is God, I said he claimed to be God. So there's difference between being and claim. He made the claim to be God. So the Jew and Roman, especially Jew, looks into him to kill him for what? For claiming to be God. Because they call this in their religion as murtad. So they want to punish him for that. So therefore the Father is one who planned the killing of his son for your salvation in the name of love. So I'm asking you, if this is love for you, define hate.
Okay.
Now, when you want to define hate, you start giving me, you hang up.
You said the 3 minutes, right? You said you want 3 minutes. Are you done?
Okay.
Okay.
Not yet.
Look at this cowardly behavior. Look at this cowardly behavior. This is your question in the screen.
I'm coward.
This is your question in the screen. Shut up. You said to me, give me 3 minutes and you will shut up, right? Okay. Look at your question in the screen. It's in the screen. People they see it. You never mentioned the Father. You said, let me read your question. Let me read your question, you coward. Have a question. Do you call the crime of the Jews? Shut up! Let me speak. You idiot! What's wrong with you? Let me speak. You said to me what you want to say. I gave you 3 minutes. Bye, coward. Bye. He hung up the potato. Look at the question. This is your question, you potato. But because you could not get the honey you want from the question, so now you switch to speak about the Father preparing a crime against his son. But isn't it Jesus said, I put myself down and nobody can take it from me? Isn't it Jesus says to Peter, put your sword down? You don't want protection of anyone? And you coward, you just said that the Jews, they wanted to kill Jesus because he claimed to be God. And that's a very good reason to kill somebody according to the Jews, right? So yes, Jesus, he claimed to be God. And you just admit it. So everything we learn from Muslims about Jesus was a lie. And because he could not make us agree with him in hating the Jews, he changed the topic to talk about the Father. And he did not mention to us why Allah he planted hate in the heart of the Christians and the Jews. Why you blame the Jews even for that? As long you are talking about define hate, here we go. What hate? Hate is made by Allah. I'm giving you the definition of hate. Is to hate somebody to the point you said, like you force hate on him. When Allah he planted among them enmity and hatred, so what is left for the devil? Is that will fix the Christians, will make them better people? Or this is shaitan, Satan? But because you are a coward, you said what you said and you run. Coward. Every act of hate according to Islam is coming from Allah. Even your sex in Islam is coming from Allah. Even adultery is a decree from Allah. And if the Jews, they try to kill Jesus, the Quran says Allah made it, planted for it. And let me show you from the Quran. The Quran is full of verses about destiny. Everything in this earth is a destiny from Allah. When somebody tried to kill somebody, when somebody hurt somebody, when a man he rape a woman, when a man he commit adultery, everything is from Allah. Because you Muslims believe in destiny, preset crimes made by Allah. And the verse, chapter 64, verse number 11 in front of you. Not only that, even the sin of Adam was destiny by Allah. All sin in the world. When Moses debating Adam about committing sin, saying to him, because of you, we are out of heaven. Adam, he said to Moses, you idiot, do you blame me for an act Allah he decreed for me that I should do 40 years before my creation? Allah what? Decreed for me. All sin, satanic sin, is from Allah, and the proof in the front of your eyes. Are you blaming me for something which Allah decreed for me 40 years before He created me? That is hate. While the God of the Christians, and you quote the verse for us, God, He loved the world, so He sent His only begotten Son to save them. Not to die, really. But if death will bring salvation, why not? Believing in Jesus, including His death, will bring salvation. And don't worry about Jesus, He's alive anyway. He overcome death by death. So Jesus, the one you say, God, He planned His death. The Quran says Allah, He planned His killing. The Hadith says that. And hatred is made by Allah. The vendor of hate is Allah. Chapter 5 verse number 14. And torture is beloved act of Allah, as you see in the Quran. And the coward you said, and everybody heard you, and this is recorded, will be published all over YouTube, and people will die laughing at you. You said, do you agree with the torture crime, barbaric crucifixion? So as long as you agree that crucifixion is barbaric torture, why Allah He accept the Roman torture to be part of His religion? And not only it is savage, cutting hands, adding to the crucifixion, and cutting feet. And not only that, your prophet, he did put nails in the eyes of people, as we showed you. How barbaric, how savage, how much hate Muhammad have in his heart. While Jesus saying in the cross, forgive them, Father, they do not know what they are doing, your prophet was heating nails and inserting the nails in the eyes of his enemies. While Jesus was forgiving his enemies, those who scream, kill him, he says, Father, forgive them. They don't know what they are doing. I love them all. Your prophet was making a fire, cutting hands and feet, crucifying people and putting nails in their eyes. And you are talking about savage and barbaric and hatred. How much Muhammad hatred he have in his heart to do what he did? What about cutting a woman to pieces, splitting her alive? And she is over the age of 80. Muhammad is a very loving person, and Muslims are again. The plan of my God, my friend, is to save us. And if the Lord He knew that they will kill him, that is additional proof that He is the Lord. And if the Lord He is a person who will not run from a death, that is additional proof that He is the Lord. Isa the Muslim is a coward. He ran. Not only that, he asked one of his followers to die in his stead. Coward, Isa. Coward, like you, who hang up and run away. And as long all the story is a lie anyway, what about we blame Allah to send the Isa to the Jews, and Allah, he made the Jews try to kill Isa so he can punish the Jews. What about we ask Allah making Adam commit sin so Adam will get out of heaven? And we ask a Muslim before, why Allah he did that? He says Allah was looking for a victim so he will be known. And not only that, every sin we do, including rape and crimes, according to Islam, is the act of Allah. Read carefully. We are not like Muslims who make speeches and they will not let you talk, shouting, trying to silence you. You cannot do that with me. Verily Allah has fixed the very portion of adultery which a man shall do. What is that? So if you commit adultery, my friend, it's not your act, it's not your decision, it's Allah. Allah is the one who move your private part. Allah is the one who play with it. Allah is the one who make your eyes go far. Allah make your eyes go in her and your private in her it's not you. Not only that, Allah decide how many times you do boom boom. If you don't believe me, it's in front of you. A man, he should indulge. He should. It's not like a choice. So the Jews, if they try to kill Jesus, well, Allah he wrote that for them. Kill Jesus, try to kill Jesus. So why you blame the Jews? What a stupid cult. And the whole point is to make us believe and to hate the Jews. My friend, to hate the Jews, that means we are not Christians no more. And that's showing the huge difference between a cult like Islam and a beautiful belief like Christianity. You are doing your best to make me hate the Jews, and you said the crime of the Jews. 5 minutes after, when we got you busted, you changed the crime of the Jews to make it the crime of the father, because you're a potato. The first one did not work. Let's try the second one. You see, I am a Christian because of the Jews. Because if the Jews did not bring the gospel to me, I will not know about Jesus. So thank you, Jews. Thank you for bringing salvation to my life. We love the Jews, my friend. You do your best, live in your hatred. You are an Arab man trying to spread hatred, and I am an Arab man, and real one, not like you. You are a potato. I think you are just an, a person who's been forced to speak Arabic. You do not know your religion. You open an article speaking about the Bible and you quote for me a few verses from there. And this is why you don't want to talk about your religion. And this is why you are being a fool. You say things will condemn your God. Do you see, guys? Do you see, my friends? Do you see, my brothers and sisters, how beautiful Jesus is? This is how we should be. In the cross, he said, forgive them, Father. You see what? If Jesus did not do that in the cross, that means all his teaching about loving your enemy, it was a lie. Correct? Because look, he says to us, love your enemy, forgive them, and then he don't want to love and he don't want to forgive. But look at the amazing Christ. He have nails in his hands, in his feet. He being tortured. He's bleeding. He's dying. And now he is worried about those poor people. And instead of thinking about himself, he is thinking about them. And not only thinking about them, he's thinking about us. Because if Jesus did not say that in the cross, and I'm sure the Lord, he knew that he said that for a purpose. Many of those who have evil heart, they will wage war against the Jews, for they killed our Jesus. But now after Jesus says forgive them, Father, peace, peace on earth. Nobody will seek revenge, and nobody will kill the Jews, and no Christian should hate the Jews. It's amazing few short words of the Messiah. Make a better creature of us. Make us a human again. In the same time, the God of Islam, he took the inhumane torture of a crucifixion, he adopted and he added to it cutting hands and feet and even fingers and putting nails in the eyes. This is why, my friend, I am a Christian and you are a Muhammadan, a slave of Muhammad, aka Allah, the God who planted enmity in the heart of people. And it's very funny, a Muslim saying, can you define hatred? As if he is a person against hatred. Well, here we go. If I am a Christian and I have hatred inside my heart, Quran says Allah planted hatred on us. The devil, Allah. That's the devil. You know, if somebody, Jesus said, I came for the sick, right? Let us say for the sake of argument, according to Islamic, Christians are sick people. They need help. Okay, if they are sick, you make them more sick? Yes. For Allah is evil. If you planted hatred in their heart, what good that will do to mankind? Nothing. Hatred will bring nothing but hatred. Allah proven again to be the devil. While Jesus preaching love and mercy, love your enemy, Allah was planted hatred and he want to divide as a Christian. That's why I warn you always. There's many priests that try to divide us between Catholic, Protestant, Orthodox. Here we go. The plan is in front of you. The plan of the devil to make the Christians churches instead of being one church. There's nothing called Catholic, and there's nothing called Protestant, and nothing called Orthodox. There's a Christians, and this is the only name was given to us in the Bible. And anyone follow other name than the Messiah is a fool. Any man who follow a bishop, a priest, he is an idiot. There's one name only, and no better name to carry is the Christ. And that's why my name is a Christian Prince. I am prince by him. Otherwise, I'm no one. He made me prince. I am a child of God because of him. There's no name better than him. So why in the world you want to choose a better name? Don't never call yourself Protestant. Never call yourself Orthodox. Never call yourself Catholic. You are a Christian, my friend. And follow Jesus, no bishop, no pope, no priest, no man, no Christian prince, no prophet, but Jesus. For all are his servants. So why you follow the servant instead of following the Lord? A bishop who divide us, he is not serving the Lord. If you go to Romans 2, you will see that speaking about the division, those who they divide the brothers are not brothers. And all of us, we are one. The Bible says it clearly, there's no Greek, there's no Hebrew, there's no free, there's no slave, there's no male, there's no female. For one, all is one by Christ. And with this I say, there's no better word to end with than the word of my Lord. Maybe I will make the video shorter and we will end it with the call of this Abdul, and we will leave it there so you guys can download it. So the process of cutting the video will take some time, but don't forget to download the video and let everybody laugh at this Muhammadan hypocrisy. Thank you for being here. It's already 4:15 a.m. in the morning for me, and I'm speaking here for how many hours? God knows. But the Lord is always giving us happiness to be family together from around the earth. The Lord is beautiful, and he brought beauty to our life. While the Muslim trying to make us hate others, The Lord always He bring mercy and love. So I go to sleep now. I have no hate to no one, including this guy. That is how beautiful the Lord is. No hate. Hate will kill the person who carry it. Never, never be a person of hate, because hate will kill you first. Look at them. Look at them at least. Look how they live. Unbelievable. You will not believe how crazy it is to be there, to live there. It is the land of hate. For they are denying the Lord and His love. When you deny the Lord, you forsake the Lord will forsake you, because you refuse His mercy and His love. And He gave you free will. You don't want me? Go. Let us see how they can survive by their own. They have oil, they have gas, but they have no love. And their life is misery. Go to Saudi Arabia, go to Kuwait, go to Emirates, unbelievable, crazy. Go to Egypt, go to Jordan, go to Syria, crazy. Crazy and disgusting. For they lost the most important thing a human being he should have. Love yourself, not only as yourself. Love yourself and love your neighbor. This is even in the Old Testament. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Love yourself, but don't forget to love others. But the Messiah, He went farther. It's been said to you. It's been said to you, but I say. And what He said, love your enemy. How beautiful. Thank you guys for being here. May the Lord bless you. And thank you for those who always come here and join us in the chat and download the videos and support us in every way, in every mean. May the Lord bless you all. Christ is Lord. Islam is false. And see you soon again. Take care. Bye-bye.